internet. I don't know how much of that got through. Hello, everybody. I am Planet Jane, and this is Shapes and Forms. I am joined by my co-host, Shredney Vashtar.
Or as I prefer to be known, Master Bigorn.
Yes. Blakesley Big Orange, the rootinest, tootinest cowboy this side of Miami. Anyway,
yes.
We are at like half power this week because two of our co-hosts are indisposed for various reasons. Treyman is on a cruise, which I am sure he will regale us about when he comes back next week, which we look forward to. And Win is busy with something, and I will leave it up to them whether or not they want to divulge what that's all about. But
yeah, fair.
So
we're a skeleton crew,
yeah.
Which is to say, skeleton crew, is there in fact a battle rap collective called that already? Or do we have to start one?
With like the same energy as that name, but I don't think there's one actually called that. I think we'd be good there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised that there's one with the same energy. It is a very, very much that.
Oh, it's not showing up because I have the fucking banner still up. I'm great at this whole streaming thing. Alright, there we go. We're gonna play DeadCells today. And probably just that? I don't know. We kind of took a month off to, like, get some things in order. Mostly just me getting things in order. You guys were not, like, the ones asking if we could chill for a while, but...
I was like, there must be some stuff going on. I'm not going to bother people about it.
I'll be straight with everybody. I fell into a depressive episode and, like, couldn't make myself do anything for, like, a good 2 weeks. So that was fun, but I'm okay now, mostly.
That's good.
You know,
I can
sometimes.
strongly relate to that.
Hello, Marone.
Marone, hello.
The person who comes here to make fun of us when we talk about logic, which we largely don't do anymore, but...
Look,
we can if you want to.
It's always me bringing it up.
That's true, actually. I forgot that you can't, like, do anything else with this, like, Frost Blast thing. You gotta, like, rate the XXL ciphers. Of the ones that I've heard so far, I like the Baby and Rico Nasties about equally, and then Megan below that, and then fucking Blueface below that, and then YK Osiris below that, and then what the fuck is that guy's name? Mosey at the very bottom.
Yeah, like, did Tierrawak not participate in the cipher either?
I think she's in the one that I didn't see yet. I did miss Corday. Corday would be, like, about the same as Megan, I think.
Yeah, I have... what little I've heard of Megan's stuff, I have a respect for.
She's in the last cipher with Comethazine and Roddy Rich, and she goes a cappella. I imagine that she is the best of that group, but admittedly, I don't know much about either of those two other guys other than, like, a couple songs that I've heard.
I mainly know that Comethazine can be loud.
Yeah! He's like one of those guys, I think, right?
Yeah,
I might be wrong.
He is one of them shouty boys.
Yeah, one of those shouty lads.
Yeah, exactly.
God, we like, there's a lot of people on this website that talk about rap music on their streams that shouldn't. We have to be somewhere in the bottom 30, I feel like.
What does that mean?
I just called them rowdy lads. Come on.
I mean, but, like, let's be honest. You actually know about this stuff. Whereas
I guess so.
I get the feeling that there
not
are
one of
people
those
who talk
people,
about this stuff who know less.
Not like fucking one of those people who the only rapper they listen to is fucking Russ or something. So.
Oh God.
I guess that's the thing.
Oh God. Oh yeah. Also.
Okay. Ask your doctor if comethazine is right for you. But doctor, I love the bangers.
Oh no.
That's the fucking new, like, the SoundCloud rap Pagliacci joke. But doctor, I am comethazine. People always ask, how is Pagliacci? They never ask, why is Pagliacci?
Why is Pagliacci? Because we live in a sad, sad world.
We live in a society.
We live in a society. Hello!
Hello, Norse Hunter. I do not believe I recognize you. Hello. Girls
do you appropriately
ask you not to mansplain, but do they know man's pain? Where did you get this from, Mur? Hello, Edwin.
Hi, Sorrow. Oh, yeah, and, Manspain.
It's a drill tweet. That's fair.
Okay, but, Norse Hunter, do you make your appropriate, what is it called? Ablutions and tributes to Tyr before you go out and hunt the mighty stag?
Well, like, is it that, like, is Norse Hunter, do they hunt Norse people, or are they Norse and a hunter?
Oh, if they hunt Norse people, that would be unfortunate.
That's the most dangerous game.
Undertale does not perform what?
The proper ablution. I fucking remember that Tumblr post, and I hate you for making me think about it.
What?
That's
what
from that fucking completely crazy, like, Undertale Prime post.
Oh, yeah! Fuck! Perform the proper, what is the term? Not genuflection, but it's that weird... Yeah, that motherfucker. Also, the fact that he doesn't...
reference.
I feel like he looks like even more of an asshole now that Deltarune exists.
Yeah, like...
Because that is basically the actual equivalent to Undertale Prime.
I don't know if I'd go that
scenario.
far, but, like, it's just a strange thing. I don't know.
Deltarune is a deeply peculiar game that I'm very curious to see more of.
Yeah, I will play it when it is, like, out fully.
Yes.
And the bit that exists
definitely.
now is also very good.
Yeah, like, what exists now is perfectly fine and really interesting, and it has me very curious. And, yeah.
Hey, I just realized we're talking about video games on our video game stream. Should you play Undertale? I mean, I don't see why not. Yeah, why not? Yeah. Play Undertale. And then if you end up not liking it, you can at least say you tried it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I mean, I know, like, one person who really doesn't like it, and, you know, I get her reasoning for it, and it's fine.
Is it somebody I know?
No, it's a friend of Millie's who actually does video game music, bizarrely enough.
Does video game what?
Music.
Ah.
Like, she's a pretty legit video game composer, and it has to do with the themes and other stuff that just rub her the wrong way.
Ah. I see.
And, like, and it makes her really uncomfortable. And, like, I get that even if I don't share her views on it. And
well,
it's
yeah,
like,
I mean, that's different than, like, this isn't enough like Earthbound, so I hate it, which I think is what the Undertale Prime guy was getting at. If I remember right.
That's because he's a dingus.
Yeah.
And also, like, some kind of weird, like, crypto-manosphere guy.
Crypto-manos? You know, maybe we should pull out of this conversation now.
you know, like he's basically a MGTOW, but he's pretending not to be.
I don't know what that means. Do I want...
Men's rights guy.
Okay. Fair enough. Men going their own way.
Yeah, men going their own way is technically a different thing, but...
Men going their own way sounds like a film that... I don't know what it would be about, but I would watch it because I'd be curious. You know?
Yeah, that's what MGTOW stands for.
Oh, is it? Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're like,
I just thought it was a funny
it's
sentence.
like... The earliest examples of that whole thing rose out of the Women's Liberation Movement, which was a branch of the Women's Liberation Movement, and it's a whole weird thing.
Yeah, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't want to talk about that on the show.
Oh, yeah.
like, we've, like, tried to talk about serious things on the show before, and it's never gone horribly, but it's never really gone well either, so... It's not what we're here for, yeah.
Like, I mean, sometimes it can be. I enjoy talking about serious stuff sometimes. It's just that you have to be careful.
And you have to be in the right environment, which I would say this show isn't.
That's fair. I don't know, but, I think it can be, but it's like... It really needs to be about specific... their context, I guess.
Yeah.
Where it works better. In this particular... Like, even within this show. Where there are... Like... It's gonna be hard for me to explain all the context behind this stuff if you don't already know it, and it would be boring for me to, like, go on at length about it if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
Also, we could instead talk about the fact that one of the things that I did while our show was on hiatus was watch Madoka Magica for the first time.
Yes! I was about to say, this is such progress for me. Like... that you watched Madoka, that is like half a step away. Okay, it's a few steps away, but like ultimately you're going to have to read Homestuck, and then it'll come.
Fuck off! No.
No, I'm fucking serious.
My aversion to Homestuck at this point is mostly that it's really fucking long.
It's not as long as you think it is.
I think it's probably longer than I think it is. Also, I just don't... Like, I have experienced so much Homestuck discourse vicariously, and I have no desire to, like, actually form an opinion on any of it. Like,
I mean,
it's...
Yeah, but that's because fans need to chill in general.
That's true, but I don't know. Just, like...
I don't know.
The reason I watched...
Actually, Mur makes a good point, is, like, even if you don't read a Homestuck, it is worth going back and reading Problem Sleuth.
Maybe, but, like, I do understand that the reason that I eventually finally sat down with Meguca is very silly, which is that, like, I'm trying to take this, like, anime critic thing more seriously, totally, and, like, you know...
I mean, I got that.
A good idea to have an opinion of some kind on one of the most influential anime of the past 10 years.
True point. Like, yeah. Like, Madoka provides context not just for magical girl shows for the past decade, but for, like...
many things.
Basically everything for the past decade.
It's a very zeitgeist forming show.
Yeah.
What did you
basically...
miss? We're just talking about Madoka. Madoka invented the morally gray. It's true. No.
It's like, but basically, it's like a mini Evangelion kind of event. in and of itself.
Yeah, I've heard that. And having seen the show, I get the comparison more than I used to. But,
Yeah, even if they're very different.
yeah, like, I feel like I have to qualify what I'm about to say by, like, I'm not trying to get a rise out of anybody. I thought the show was good, but I was extremely just, like, whelmed by it. Like,
yeah,
I was like, wow, this is exactly what I thought it was. Which is not, like, I don't know how to put it. Like, it's weird that it was so close to my expectations.
Although I do remember you saying that you actually liked it a little more than you thought you.
A little bit. Like, I there was part of me that suspected I was just gonna straight up hate it, which I didn't.
Yeah,
it's a good show. It's well made. It's well directed. It's well considered, even, I think, which a lot of anime are not.
Yeah, it's a thoughtful, well-structured show.
Probably because people set expectations too high. Kind of, like, I wasn't expecting it to be flawless or anything, either. Like, it's one of those things where I was just like, I would like to have an opinion on this, so I'm gonna watch it. And then the opinion on it that I ended up having is pretty much the same one that I have before I watched it, which is weird.
Yeah,
does that make sense? Like,
weird.
like not on the show itself even so much, but like on where it falls, like, contextually, which is like, I think it's a good show, and I think, like, self-contained, it's good. I think as part of a wider commentary on its genre, it's kind of a little bit too, like, it tries to do a little bit too much.
I don't even think that it's really, like, people interpret it as a commentary on the genre, but I feel like it's more like...
I don't think that Urobuchi intended it that way, but I think it's become that, like, regardless of whether he wanted it to.
Yeah, it's more like... Well, actually, I'd say that it's more like, people interpret it that way because of the way that Urobuchi writes in general.
Yeah.
And like, the kind of writer he is, and that he decided, like, and that he was, like, a fan of, like, stuff like Sailor Moon, but he wasn't, like, particularly up on stuff like Precure and whatnot. So he's sort of, like, in a way, responding to and both paying tribute to and kind of putting his own spin on a style of magical girl series that already was kind of old.
You see, like, I've heard, like, contradicting things. Like,
well, it's not the person who didn't actually have any experience with magical girl stuff, and this is interesting, was Ume Aoki, who did the character designs. She actually was mostly, when she was younger, watching Shonen stuff.
The Hidamari sketch lady.
Yes!
Huh.
I kid you not. Yeah, like, Hidamari sketch lady watched, like, because her brothers were constantly watching TV.
I mean, that makes sense,
and she rarely had control over it. She watched, like, a hell of a lot of shonen stuff.
I wonder what she's up to now.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything that, like, was distinctively her style in a long time.
Yeah, like,
probably actually, no, I know what she's doing. She's probably doing the stuff from Magia Record, the show that's, like, the adaptation of the game that's coming out soon.
Yeah, I mean, she's probably also, like, I wouldn't be surprised if she's still doing, like, comic and just general art stuff.
But,
because, like, that was her whole thing, was she was a, you know, she did comic. That was her deal.
Yeah. Also,
she
probably
just gone back to it.
It is, as Marone says, it is not a genre deconstruction of anything, which I mean, still have serious problems with that term even fucking existing, but
yeah,
that's
but,
a
like,
battle
in
that's
terms
been
of
lost.
Okay, I will explain one thing. In my personal interpretation, going by what I know of Derrida and so forth, It does have deconstructive elements, but they are not targeted towards magical girl fiction.
My understanding
anything,
is that, like, in the original
his-
sense of the word, a deconstruction isn't even something that, like, the media has. It's something that, like, you do in the process of watching it.
Of interpreting media.
Yeah.
Exactly. But I'm saying in terms of, like, a work that has deconstructive qualities within a literary context, which there are works that have, I would say that there are elements of Madoka, which partly because of the fact of, like, how closely it, sort of, how closely related it is, and some of other of Urobuchi's work too, which, you know, like, God shut up Super Sentai fan and Tokusatsu people, just, like, chill the fuck out. I know about that one Kamen Rider series he did that has similar themes, but it's like, this guy has clearly read Goethe's Faust.
Faust, I mean, that comparison comes up a lot, and
But it's like...
Sure.
Goethe's version, specifically.
Yeah.
And, like, not... which was itself a commentary on, and arguably a proto-deconstructive literary criticism as work about Marlowe's version of Faust, which is way different in its message. And that, like, Madoka Magica runs with that, and explicitly is a commentary on the concept of the whole, you get, you know, like, be careful what you wish for attitude that actually permeates a lot of Japanese culture, and was what Goethe was commenting on back in the 1850s with stuff like Faust. And that, you know, this whole moral tragedy of, oh no, you did the bad thing because you're human, so therefore you get punished for it. As opposed to saying, you know what, isn't it a good thing that you dared to dream or be this complex, nuanced person?
Like, I understand
in the first place?
that, but in the context that I was interested in the show, it's not... I don't want to say it's not relevant, but it's not really, like, what I was watching the show to get a handle on. Like, it's
fair that it might not be of specific utility to you, or even specific utility in the context of understanding what it influenced. But in and of itself, understanding Madoka Magica as it is, I think it's useful.
Sure. Yeah, I get that. It's just like... I don't know. The ending of the TV series, and this is apparently why I should watch Rebellion, and I probably will at some point. I don't know when. The ending of the TV series bothered me in that I don't really like how it tries to frame... By the way, spoilers for an anime that's 8 years old.
Okay.
It tries to frame Madoka sacrificing herself as, like, a positive.
I would say that it's not even so much her sacrificing herself as that her... In a way, she refuses both options given to her, and instead takes a third option.
No, I get that that's what was being gone for. Yeah, but it just doesn't... I don't know. Like, hello, Lark Lilith. Am I reading that right? Yes.
Yeah, it looks like Lark Lilith.
Hello. Welcome to the stream. But yeah, like, I get that is what they were going for. And earlier, I said that the show was well considered, which I do think it is, and again, you know, better than many, you know, like your average seasonal anime, probably. But I do think that at the end, it kind of falls apart a little bit, because it fails to, at least I think, it fails to consider how the fact that it uses so many magical girl trappings will inevitably be read as a comment on the genre. Does that make sense?
That's fair. I mean, I do think it was like that.
Like, it's
And
it's
I
a
think that
minor
Urobuchi
complaint.
only
but...
fully realized this after he Precure, which was immediately after he finished writing it, and was
Yeah.
like, "Oh shit." Well,
Actually, it's really interesting to me that by, I imagine, complete coincidence, Meguca, I think, briefly overlapped with the airing of Heartcat Precure, which I'm actually also watching.
Yeah.
And I'm not done with that yet because it's quite long. But they do a couple similar things, not too many, but it's just interesting that they aired at the same time and were obviously like not aware of each other.
Excuse me.
Anime or planned in
was
advance. But
it's like
interesting.
It's just a magical girl zeitgeist thing, I guess.
Yeah, and people forget. Saw you went on PNG. Yeah, I used to be. I was part of PNG for a while, and then I kind of drifted apart just by virtue of not really doing much on the group channel. But they are all good people over there. I will not say that they're not. They're good folks.
Yeah, and I occasionally chat with Sarah on Twitter.
Yeah.
So, we keep in touch.
Yeah. But yeah. Also, the other thing that people forget about Madoka is that it wasn't like the only story like that at the time. Like it was not a cause of the whole like dark magical girl thing.
Oh no!
Like I think it ended up eventually like helping it along, but there was a lot of stuff.
But like specifically in the wake of Evangelion, Utakata and Figure 17 both predated it, and even within a more conventional like magical girl setup, tragic magical girl things have been a thing since like the 80s, like with Full Moon wo Sagashite.
I don't know that one. You got me there.
One is like it's a magical girl idol show about a girl who's dying of cancer, who gets a wish essentially to basically she to sort of in a way pull the people around her and make life better for them, despite the fact that she will die in like a month. It's really
dark.
sad, apparently, but really sweet at the same time.
Maybe I will watch that when I'm in the mood to cry a whole bunch.
Oh,
which is
yeah,
occasionally.
like, that is definitely, like, I've only seen a couple of scenes from it, but yeah, that's definitely a show. It's like, it is the classic shoujo you will cry your eyes out of show.
Yeah. Have I seen Fooly Cooly? Yeah. Yes. Fooly Cooly is one of my favorite shows ever. I saw Fooly Cooly when it was new. Because I'm old like that.
Yeah, like, hey, Norse Hunter knows about it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like... Yeah, it's one of those shows that you, like, hear about from a very specific kind of, like, like, older weeb audience will, like, know what you're talking about and go, oh,
I managed to parse that as older weeb body, which is a terrifying thought. Weeb body.
The elder weeb physique. I work out.
Get never knows best tattooed on your wrist. Yeah, I mean, go for it if you think that you'd like that. People are always like, oh, you shouldn't tattoo things from pop culture on you. Fuck off.
No, I think
tattoo
that if
whatever
it
you
means
want.
enough to you,
yeah,
that it's like, it is your body.
Yeah.
And, why the hell not?
Also, your wrist is, like, not that hard to cover up if you ever need to.
True point.
But, yeah. Not only do I really fucking love Fooly Cooly, I am one of the few people that really liked both sequels. So...
Yeah, I still haven't seen them. But it's partly because...
I like both of them. I think that, I think the unfortunate fact of the matter is that, like, they're both very good, but they're also both not very much like the original in the ways that people would have wanted them to be. So they're they're weird. Like, they're critic bait, almost. Like, does that make sense? Like, Fooly Cooly Progressive is mostly a, like, refutation of the original Fooly Cooly. And then Alt... I'm simplifying here, but, like... Then Alt is kind of like a, no, actually, that's wrong, and the original is, you know, the right thing. It's a weird trilogy.
Yeah, it's like...
and they're not for anybody, and I don't really blame people for not wanting to watch them.
I'm actually more interested in them because they're so weird.
Yeah, like, I wish more people would give them a chance, but
because, like, I gotta admit, I respect Fooly Cooly more than I like.
I really like Fooly Cooly. It's, like, one of my favorite anime ever.
I respect that because I can totally see... But it's like, I think Millie said this, was like, this seems like an incredibly important show for somebody else.
Yeah, me. It was me. I'm the somebody else.
And I think Section is super into it.
Yeah, like, the thing that I like about Progressive is that it has the gumption to be, like, disrespectful towards the original.
Yeah.
Which is... I don't know if I'd use the term necessary, but feels warranted because, like, I don't know. People kind of
things you love can have problems.
Yeah, like, people kind of put the original on a pedestal, and one of the problems... Not a problem. Like, one of the things about Fooly Cooly is that it is extremely open to interpretation. Because it was made as an animation showcase, first and foremost. And because of that, there's a lot of ways people can interpret the show that are less than ideal.
Mm-hmm.
And Prague is primarily about that. Like, I won't spoil anything, because I know a couple people here plan to watch it. Why did I do that? That was really stupid.
Like me.
But yeah, like, I won't spoil anything in particular, but Prague is primarily about...
No, it's like, it's progressive and alternative, like The Pillow.
Yes.
But, Tish.
But, like, Prague is primarily about problems in the original on, like, a metatextual level. And then Alt is like, okay, but... And then is kind of a defense of the original. Alt also derives a lot of things from Die Buster, which is... Which is interesting.
That is fascinating, actually.
Like, I think one of the reasons people didn't like Alt was because... I don't know if this is true in Japan, but at least in the West, Die Buster is very divisive.
How is Granted, I haven't seen Die Buster.
There's a lot of people that really don't like Die Buster.
Things about Die Buster,
especially like older anime fans. Yeah.
What?
There's a lot of people that don't like Die Buster.
That's weird, because literally every single, including older anime fans, like, every single person... Like, there are a lot of people who say, like, you know, Gunbuster is better, but Die Buster is still really good. Or some people go the other way around and say, actually, Die Buster is better.
Yeah, I think that Die Buster is much better than Gunbuster. I think Gunbuster is very good.
That take more.
I think Gunbuster is very good. I think Die Buster is like a 10 out of 10 show.
Oh my god. Actual aim for the Ace fans, I'm just... there are like... You mean the 3 people who have actually watched that tennis show from the 70s, which was actually very influential and apparently very good. It's just that barely anybody's actually watched it.
It's one of those things that has not, like... Just because of, like, inertia, has not stood the test of time. Most people who seem to actually watch it like it, but you know.
Yeah.
But
it's just because it's really, at this point, for anime, it's really old. It's from like 1973, if anyone's not familiar. Like, it is one of the first Madhouse shows.
Yeah, and it is, for people who don't know why we're bringing that up, it's the thing that Gunbuster is named after.
Yeah,
and
for the Top
starts as a
Japanese.
parody of, and then very quickly becomes not a parody of, and becomes, like, another thing entirely.
And then Diebuster is like a distant, related-ish, sequel-ish thing.
Yes.
A majig.
Diebuster is a very strange show, but is extremely
Which not
good.
as strange as in terms of distant sequel. The relationship between Aura Battler Dunbine, another show that who actually watched it really liked, and the notorious Garzy's Wing.
I had no idea that Garzy's Wing was related to anything, so that's news to me.
Yeah,
but,
it was a, actually I think it's a prequel, a distant prequel to, Aura Battler Dunbine, which, I've seen a couple episodes of Aura Battler Dunbine. It's very of its time, because it was done in the 80s on a TV kind of restriction.
Somehow make sense of our convoluted situation.
Yeah, exactly. Garzy's Wing is one of my favorite OVAs ever because of just how, especially the English dub.
I've never seen the actual show, but the fucking dub supercut on YouTube is, like, actually one of my favorite videos
you
ever.
gotta watch the whole thing straight through. Like, you gotta
How long is
shotgun
it?
It's just like 90 minutes
Oh, that's
of
not that bad.
batshit raving insanity. It's beautiful. I love it.
Maybe we can group watch that sometime, actually. That's not that bad at all. I don't know why I thought it was much longer than that.
No, it is literally only 3 episodes, and they're all, like, typical TV anime length, but it's clear that it was supposed to be, like, 26.
That's great.
At least. Like, that's actually what makes it so, you know, deliciously terrible, is that it's clear that there's, like, deep lore going on here, and all this shit going on. But it's executed awkwardly, and they try to compress it into less than 90 minutes across 3 frickin' episodes, and then the dub, it's like, nobody cared. Nobody cared when they brought this over, because they already knew it was incomprehensible horseshit. So they just go ham on being bad.
The dub is fucking art. Thank you very much.
It is art with a capital A. It's so bad art.
Art with a capital T.
So reverse tra.
Yeah, you know. Anyway, the point of this entire digression, Madoka is pretty good.
Madoka is good, and actually, yeah, you should watch Rebellion, because I think it kinda answers some of your complaints about the ending.
Yeah, and then I can get an opinion
it's also,
on, like
basically a
What?
character study of home.
Watch Maho Shoujo site. I'm not falling for that one. I fucking watched Magical Girl Spec Ops Asuka this year. I'm good on, like, absolutely god-awful Grimdirt Magical Girl shows for a while.
Grimdirt.
Look, I haven't said that word out loud in, like, 10 years, but sometimes...
But it's so good.
Sometimes things deserve it. And look, they don't know that we have sorcerer missionaries from Russia. That's the main takeaway from Asuka, is that they don't know about our sorcerer mercenaries from Russia. Treadney? Uh-oh. Let me destroy these pirate men, and I will try to figure out what happened. Oh god, oh fuck, he's fucking dead. No, probably his internet, something happened. Let's find out here. Treadney!
Hello, my mic fucking... Actually, my whole Discord, the app just died.
That's weird.
But
You're back
but
now,
I was
though.
getting, but yeah, like what Sora said is like, yeah, exactly. Is like, Rebellion is basically a character study
Homura,
of
no.
Homura. Well, yeah, but it's basically a character study of her and like how she would feel given the ending if you gave it enough time. Like actually
that makes
really
sense.
thinking about the implications of that because of how she was motivated throughout the show and really looking at her as a character. And it's actually really poignant in that respect.
That Homura's like focus episode was probably my favorite episode of the show, so I would probably like Rebellion.
That's why I really liked Rebellion. Is part of it is because he's like one of the best parts of the show. Period. She is Faust, basically, and that's really interesting.
Yeah. You know, I'm not gonna lie, I barely know what Faust is about. So all the references to I know he like makes a deal with not Satan but like a sufficiently similar entity, and
he makes a deal with Mephistopheles, who's a fallen angel.
Yeah, sufficiently similar entity.
Yeah, like Mephistopheles wants to prove essentially a bet to angels, who, you know, he's like an incredibly cynical being who is just miserable and thinks that humanity has no chance of salvation and wants to prove it.
Yeah.
And so he picks this man who wants nothing but greater knowledge, or thinks that's what the only thing that he wants, and is like, I can give you infinite knowledge and eternal life and all this stuff, just give me your soul. And the guy is like, you know, is very myopic about it and says yes. And then all these horrible things happen in succession, and he behaves more and more poorly. And his
okay,
lover...
apparently I know more about Faust than I thought I did, because that's like pretty much what I thought it was about.
Yeah, and then his lover, whose name is Gretchen, which is where Kriemhild Gretchen, the name of the witch form of Madoka, comes from.
Very clever.
She dies, having her mind having been essentially destroyed by all the tragedy she's been through in a dungeon, and Mephistopheles, and you know, Faust sees the horror that has caused, and Mephistopheles drags him away after showing him this and says, "She is judged." And that's the end of the first half of the play. Is like him saying that, and then a voice from heaven says, "She is saved." But, you know, you don't see who says that. And it's like, but it's still like, in the original version, earliest version, it, I think, ends on him going just, "She is judged." And that's
you keep getting cut off when you say she is.
She is judged.
Okay, I think it was just like, you were like, saying the last part of the word quietly, and it was cutting you off for some reason. I don't know. That was weird. She is young.
Jung. She is Carl Jung.
Yeah.
Just archetypes, man.
Also, I will say that all of the fucking, like, bullshit German names in Madoka are fucking great.
Yeah, and a lot of them are referenced to different things. Just for some reason.
von Scheckendorf.
Yeah, like, that's actually, if I'm not mistaken, an actual reference to a famous pianist or some shit.
Probably. It's one of those German names that's real, I think, but sounds made up.
and also, as I said, like, Kriemhild Gretchen, like, the name of Madoka's witch form, which is only, like, really referenced in supplemental materials. Kriemhild is the leader of the Valkyries, and Gretchen is the name of Faust's lover who dies. And also, in the very end of Faust, which has parallels the Naked Space Hug, comes with the Virgin Mary to save him from being dragged to hell.
Huh. Faust is a weird play.
It's a really weird play. At one point, he becomes the lover of Helen of Troy in a weird parallel ancient Greece because magic.
We've all had those days.
Yeah, and also there's a lot of weird stuff that happened in the second half of Faust that people forget about because it's just trippy as balls.
Rebellion directly references Nietzsche. Oh, everybody references Nietzsche these days. That's not special.
Yeah, Nietzsche is,
Give me fucking more references like the one in fucking Serial Experiments Lane to In Search of Lost Time. Then we'll
man.
talk.
Or Schopenhauer. Oh, man.
Monstrously long French novel that I'm convinced nobody has ever actually read.
Actually, a bunch of people have because they literally write books about it.
Nah.
Like, literally
Nah.
anyone who is... I am convinced that anybody who actually finishes In Search of Lost Time has probably written about it.
That kind of thing is like where I find my limit for high art appreciation, because like that's a lot to read. Like,
yeah, it's like literally 7 or 10 novels.
It's very long.
Yeah, it is literally one of the longest actual novels.
Yeah.
But that's because it's literally like a bunch of other novels strung together by the same narrator.
Yeah. But like, I don't know. What's another fucking weird thing about...
That makes perfect sense.
Another fucking weird thing about Madoka? I have no idea how that, of all things, was so many people's, like, starter anime.
It kind of was for me. Like, that,
How?
Azumanga Daioh and Welcome to NHK.
Okay, no. Azumanga Daioh, I get. Welcome to the NHK. I'm sorry, Shredney. I think that's just you being you.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
But Madoka...
It's extremely me being me.
Yeah.
Although before that, I was super into... Like, my parents were super into Ghibli's film. So I loved My Neighbor Totoro. Like, that is...
Yeah,
remains one of my favorites.
Actually the first anime thing I ever saw that I, like, actually internalized as being anime was Spirited Away. Because they used to show it on Toonami occasionally as part of their, like, summer movie, whatever. Actual, fun fact about Toonami's, like, programming back before they became an Adult Swim spin-off. There was a 1 year where they did, like, a Super Robot Week, and they aired heavily cut down versions of the first, I think, 2 episodes of Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Which channel did this again?
Toonami.
Oh. Huh. Wait. Huh. Alright then.
It was part of a special... They also aired Gigantor.
Well, okay.
Like, the fucking... People need to look at the programming for, like, Toonami specials before they became... Even after they became an Adult Swim thing. Like, I swear to God, like, a solid 50% of it is just Jason DeMarco shitposting. Like...
Yeah, I mean, but that's good shitposting.
Can I get Eva on broadcast TV on prime time? Let's find out.
Yeah, I mean, also, like, it is kind of wild actually, that reminds me of a really interesting anecdote was that, and
Yu-Gi-Oh! Made
like,
me
this
emo.
this one random anime YouTuber I follow who's been at it for a really long time was like, what got him into anime was when he was like 4 years old, he accidentally turned to MTV flipping through the channels and saw Yoshiaki Kawajiri's short film The Running and had no idea what it was, and it's not something you should ever show a child.
You vanished again. We didn't get the title.
The Running.
It's gone again.
What?
I don't know what, like, your microphone does not want you saying things, like certain specific things, apparently. Title is called The Running.
The Running Man.
The Running Man, okay.
By Yoshiaki Kawajiri from Neo Tokyo, the compilation film.
Okay.
And, like, that's not something you ever show to a kid. Like, that's a really weird, violent film, but it's about a guy who's, like, in a you know, essentially a space race, like a death race, and pushing himself further and further, and it's beautifully animated, but he was just like, it was literally like nothing I had ever seen in my life before, and it wasn't until I was, like, 20 that I actually found it.
Hold up! Your dad showed you Redline when you were, like, 9. What?
Redline was influenced by The Running Man, if I'm not mistaken.
But, like...
That's
weird.
Like, that is pretty... I respect that, but also why?
I actually don't like Redline. I think... I don't
necessarily have to... I haven't seen the entirety of it, but it's not, like, really my thing.
It's a good-looking movie, but...
It's a very... But, yeah, I
it
respect on a technical level.
About anything else about it, really.
Yeah,
but, you know...
Yeah, that's part of why
it's not for me.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
He saw you watching Bleach, and you were really into racing games. I guess that makes a very sideways kind of sense.
That makes sense to me.
But,
that's me.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Let me try to think. Yeah, Redline would have just come out, if I'm remembering how old you are correctly. It would have been like maybe a year old? Not very old.
Yeah, like... Yeah. Redline is also, if I'm not mistaken, one of the last completely traditionally animated Japanese films of any note.
Yeah. Like, everything nowadays, and people seem to not know this, but, like, everything uses CG, even if it looks like it is all...
Oh, yeah, like, I mean...
quote-unquote traditionally animated, because people conflate CG with 3D CGI, and...
Yeah, it's
traditional
just that
with flat animation.
Yeah, it's that, like, Redline used entirely, like, cell animation, as opposed to digital... the digital equivalent.
You know what the last American TV show was that was drawn entirely traditionally?
What?
Ed, and Eddie.
Huh!
That is a fact that I know, because I really like that show. They finally switched over to computer animation in, like, the second to last season, I think. And the rest of it was
like a
animated.
cel-animated show.
Yeah, if you watch an episode from one of the earlier seasons and then one from, like, the last season, you can see it. Like, it's not a hugely noticeable difference, but, like, the colors look a little bit different.
Oh yeah, like, the thing about, like, cell animation, and this is an interesting thing that I had never really thought of, but it was pointed out, was, like, a while back, is, like, you can't get a true black cell animation.
Yeah, you get to do, like, really, really dark gray.
Well, not just gray. They'll often select specific colors and then make them really dark.
Yeah.
In order to create a particular feel in a particular film. Like, some use really dark red, or in other scenes, really dark green one. Yeah. Like, that's surprisingly.
I will say, by the way, like, for the record, I am somebody that thinks that computer animation being the norm is, like, a good thing.
Yeah, I don't disagree that it's actually a good thing. I do, but at the same time,
for a number of reasons.
I do.
Go on.
I just also think that cell animation has certain benefits in its own right.
Yeah, like, I mean, there's some stuff that is much harder to do with computer animation. Yeah. But, like, I don't think there's anything that you can only do with cell animation.
I mean, there are things that
you
not
can
necessarily only,
like
but, like
replicate cell looks if you really want to.
But it's a pain in the ass.
It's just that
in a
most
way
people
that,
don't want
like,
to. Yeah, it's a pain.
It's a pain in the ass in a way that just using cell animation would be simple.
True, but like I feel like the main benefit of computer animation is practical, which is like you don't use a fuck ton of paper. Like I mean there's other ways you can
well, the Cell Saga
stuff,
probably was cell animated because it predates digital animation being primary thing.
Yeah.
So early digital animation in anime often looks really fucking weird, by the way.
Yes.
Because they had no idea what to do with it.
Parts of Lane are computer animated, and you can tell.
Oh, yeah. But I'm not just talking about, like, that. I'm talking about, like, 2D digital...
No. I also mean flat animation.
Okay.
Like,
that's fair.
I don't remember what the specific divide is, but, like, some of the episodes, they used fucking hot sauce, which is not an operating system that exists anymore. For some of the visual stuff in Lane. And I don't remember if that was only the CG, or if that, or like the obvious like 3D CGI stuff, or if that was also some of the flat animation. But yeah.
Yeah, I was thinking more of, like, if you've ever seen clips of, like, really those shows that have basically been forgotten, the early 2000s, like Saber Marionette J.
Hey, somebody brought that up to me the other day, and I don't remember why. It like
the only reason I know about it is because of a retrospective on stuff that Aki Inbo worked on, and I knew about it before.
That's why.
Just in passing. But like,
I've never seen it,
but like I've seen clips of it in that context and one or two others, and it is not good.
I want to bring some attention to Murr saying that one day he will be the last person to remember Fibrain, and that is probably true.
Yes. You and Rugged.
Which is a tragedy, because that show seems like it's probably art.
It's like you
the
and
God Puzzle.
You and Ruggington will be the two last people who will ever remember Fibrain.
There's a mystery in town, so call the crew. There's a pup around. Named Scooby. A pup named Scooby-Doo.
Just like...
Everybody watching this should subscribe to Ruggington on YouTube. His channel is like a thing that I wanted to exist for years, which is just like random clips of stupid dubs, and it's
like even
great.
Even dubs that are not in themselves stupid, but just the clips are so bizarre. Like, for example, why is there a dub of Ueno-san? Why does that exist?
Who can say?
Like, why does that exist? Like, I mean, I am perversely glad about it.
There's a character in Fibrain named Rook Banjo Crossfield.
What the fuck?
There's like a specific genre of like fake American name in Japanese media that is great, because there was some, like, in some of the Death Note stuff, there was a character named Backyard Bottom Slash, which is maybe the greatest name anyone has ever had.
Or, like, well, actually, any of the... Well, let's be honest, almost any of the names in Death Note are just kind of, they sound fake.
Yeah.
Like, who came up with this shit? Like, it's... Which, in a way, kind of makes it, like, that is why, I haven't even yet, but why I know that Code Geass is just better Death Note, is that they have all the stupid names, but it kind of makes sense.
Code Geass is... the way I always phrase it, and I've said it enough times by now that it's probably gotten annoying, but... is that it is terribly written, directed, and edited, and its only saving grace is that it's maybe the best anime ever made. It's a show that is like, people say that there are shows that are so bad they're good. Code Geass is so bad that it's art. Like,
yeah, exactly. That's my feeling about Garzy's Wing, except like that yours is probably a less popular opinion.
Like, there's people that think that Code Geass is genuinely good. They are... I disagree with that opinion. There's people that think that it's very bad. I also disagree with that opinion. I think that it is... like... It's good in such specific ways, and bad in such specific ways, that they make a unique combination that I really don't think exists in anything else.
Yeah, like
it's
Garzy's
a
Wing
very
is a
weird
combo.
show. Yeah.
Because Garzy's Wing is nothing but bad.
Hello?
Like, it is such trash.
Yeah.
Like, Garzy's Wing is such trash on every level that it is beautiful.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Like,
Which is different.
It's definitely a different kind of good-bad. It's just...
You know
also,
what I really need to see?
I must say that you do need to watch the dub of Code Geass if you're going to watch it.
Okay.
Because...
with somebody's... I do know about, like, screaming, "Surely!" Happens at least once.
Let me show you what this badass mother can do.
I really have to use the restroom, but I'll be back in a moment to discuss a different bad anime that or potentially interestingly bad anime that I would like to watch.
How are you guys doing? The fucking anime critic hour over here. This is why me and Shredney really need to get that podcast going, so we don't talk exclusively about anime during the show. Watch Usama Game. That sounds like a recommendation where I am being, as the kids say, trolled. Does the music right now sound like the Doctor Who theme to anybody else? I actually don't know enough about the Doctor Who theme to know. Oh. Yes, I would like to have this. I'm getting punked and pranked. Oh no, oh god, oh fuck. Where the fuck do I go? I can never remember how the hell you navigate this particular level. I'm getting old. I don't like non-linear levels in my games anymore. Oh yeah. Another fun thing about Madoka is that it apparently aired on American TV at one point. There was a brief time when NBC, the news network, tried to have like an animation channel, which I did not know before I found out about this. And one of the things they chose to air was Madoka. And apparently it wasn't really edited very much, which is, like, completely crazy to me. I watched Starlight before Madoka? Yes, I did. Actually, having seen both, I don't really think they're that similar, honestly. I mean, like, there's some influence there, but I don't know. What is Simone? I feel like this is also an epic prank. Oh, right. I don't know about that, but you're entitled to your thoughts, obviously. It is a thing that is dear to my heart.
Hello!
Hello again, Shrevney.
What is definitely a thing?
Simone. I'm not familiar with it.
Oh, yeah, Simone is a great show, and it is very odd and probably not for everybody.
What kind of odd are we talking about here?
It's odd in that, okay, so it's about a,
Y'all ready to watch me die? Because I get past this guy like 1 out of every 50 tries.
So, like, there's this, basically, it takes place in a world where the main characters are of a human-like species which go to a sacred well when they reach a certain age to decide what biological sex they will become.
I've heard of this.
Entirely female. And only maidens, as it were, that is to say, girls who have not chosen their sex, can pilot these sort of magical mech things.
Yeah, okay.
It's really, really good, and it's also really weird, and there's a lot of stuff that, like certain conceits that, like, normally I'm not crazy about in sci-fi, but work really well the way they're executed because of just how odd it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like, not to spoil anything, but there's some weird time shift that happened.
Maybe I will watch this at some point. How many episodes?
Oh yeah, and it's like, and also like the character writing is really, really good. Like, that's the primary strength of the show. Also, like, it's just, there are a lot of really good dynamics between different characters and interesting things going on, and just stuff that happens that's really unexpected and bizarre, and like interesting sociological ideas, and it's great.
I will put it on my plan to watch at some point. How many episodes is it?
It's like 22?
That's not too bad. I'm dead.
Might be 26. It's like one of those.
2 core. So like 22.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, essentially.
Somewhere in that range.
Yeah, it's in that range, yeah.
One season, 26 episodes. That's interesting.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like, it was all aired sort of continuously over like 26 weeks.
Speaking of 2 core shows, you know what else I watched while we were on hiatus?
What?
Katana Maidens.
Oh yeah, and you told me the second season was actually good.
I slayed the beast. Katana Maidens has the fucking weirdest, like, quality graph of any show I've ever watched. Yes, Toji no Miko as the original Japanese title.
Yeah.
The first season starts out, like, kind of funny bad. Gets genuinely, like, awful in the second half. And then the second season is pretty good and gets, like, very good near the end.
That is really interesting.
It's an odd show. And it is
I'm
not...
actually legitimately curious about it now.
It's not a value proposition that most people would be up for, I think. Like, visually speaking, it is extremely all over the place.
Yeah, but this just makes me really curious, because I'm... Okay, so I have to explain this to you. That essentially, this isn't exactly... It's sort of like this sort of thing you do on a bet, but it's not actually a bet. So there's a friend of mine on Twitter who I've known, like, you know, doing, like, plug.dj sessions for, like, years. And he, a long time ago, did this chart of, you know, sort of as a joke of, you know, the term elevated horror, quote-unquote?
Yes.
Well, we both make fun of that whole
Because it's
term.
a ridiculous term that means nothing.
Because it's a ridiculous term, and it actually actively makes us both angry.
Yes.
So he did a chart called quote-unquote elevated horror, which is just nothing but the most hilariously bad slasher films he'd ever seen, and he's seen a lot of them. And so I was like, I need to do like a, quote-unquote beginner's anime chart that is like very recognizably literally the worst possible set of recommendations for a beginner anime person ever. And it was like, I have set a challenge for myself and I'm going to accept it.
Uh-huh. So you're trying to like watch all the anime that would be a terrible starter anime.
Yes.
See, on this front you failed because I know for a fact that there's at least one person who watched Katana Maidens as like their inaugural seasonal basically and loved it. So
But have they seen other anime before that?
I don't think so. So I guess
Oh damn!
like
wow,
I don't
that person
yeah.
started on hard mode.
I mean, if they liked that, boy, are they gonna have a great time. But like, it's weird because like I don't think it's a bad show. I think it's actually like a pretty good show. But
I'm saying that quality grab.
Yeah, so. like 12 bad episodes to get 12 pretty good ones is not a proposition most people are up for.
Yeah,
understandably.
But I mean, I was thinking more like, and this was the show I was going to bring up earlier, is called Gilgamesh.
Uh-huh.
I've been meaning to watch it for a while because I don't think I've ever heard any truly good things about it, but it looks so bizarre that I can't not watch it.
That's always a good one. You know what show...
I gotta describe it a little bit.
Yeah, go on.
Is that, so it's mostly like 2D animation, right? But it's like, it's set in this weird dystopia where the sky is like a rippling mirror surface done in 3D CG. And the character designs are almost but not quite moe, but edgy.
Fascinating.
And
I feel like I've heard of this.
And the main characters are a brother and sister duo who are in love with each other.
Bad.
And are resisting a totalitarian government, which is also kind of cyberpunk.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And also there's a lot of philosophical maundering where people just monologue about their philosophy.
That's... Huh. Well, I mean, you could do worse, I guess. I really don't like incest plots in anime. It's one of those things where it's just like, I'd prefer if you didn't.
Like, if you didn't what?
Incest plots. It's just
yeah, well, I mean, yeah.
I'd prefer if you didn't do that.
Like, there's Koikaze, then there's, like, not a whole lot else of great quality.
I mean, it's not even the quality. It's one of those things
so
like
awkward.
It's just one of those things that's like fan service. Just like I'd prefer if you wouldn't do that.
It's like because it's like depending on how you do it, you're either doing it. There are a couple of different reasons. One, you're trying actually sincerely to explore something potentially interesting, but that's rare. Two, it's fan service for a very particular kind of person, and you're going to alienate a ton of people. And three, the third possibility, you're actually actively trying to shock people, and you're probably going to cut yourself on that end.
Yeah, like...
And the latter two are just way more common.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm just one of those topics that should be handled, you know, when I say should be, I mean, like, to be good. I'm not one of those people that believes in, like, media banning or anything, but...
Yeah.
But, just to be clear. But, like, it's one of those topics that needs to be handled with a fair amount of delicacy, whereas most anime I see... that attempt to do like, it's just kind of like, here's this.
Yeah, like
you know.
Like as noted, Utena does deal with it well, and it's not even a thing, but it is important. Koikaze is literally entirely about it, and what I've seen of it is actually really good, but it's an extremely uncomfortable watch.
Well, I would imagine, yeah.
And, like, there are a handful of others that all that kind of thing. Like, Ikuhara goes back to it in a couple of shows.
Ikuhara is a strange man, and I don't fully
Ikuhara
understand
is a
his work.
complicated man. Apparently, Sarazanmai is really fucking good, and I need to.
I haven't watched Sarazanmai. His stuff is uncomfortable for me for, like, reasons I don't think I will ever be able to fully articulate. I still do want to watch Utena at some point, though.
Yeah, Utena is worth it, even if most of his work is not your cup of tea.
Yeah, I mean, Utena's like an all-time classic.
Yeah, really, it actually legitimately... I've watched, like, different times. That's not something I do with anime, by the way.
I don't usually rewatch shows either very often. Actually, the show I've rewatched the most amount of times is Kill la Kill. I have seen it 5 times.
Whoa! Wow,
yeah,
that's a lot.
There was a while there where I was just like, you know, I think I just need this one. Which turned out to not be true, because it never is with me, but, you know. But...
yeah, like, Kill la Kill, I have seen twice, and I liked it better the second time. I did not expect to like it as much, even. The second time, but I liked it more.
Yeah, it's a show where, like, Kill la Kill is a show that is very dear to my heart and also has some very serious problems. And I feel like if you reconcile yourself with those problems first, it's a much more enjoyable watching experience.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Which is maybe not a great comment about the show itself. But,
yeah, but at the same time, you can still have a show be great while still having problems that you need to reconcile.
Yeah, I will say it's... I don't know. Is it my favorite Imaishi thing? It probably is. It's either that or Luluko.
Luluko is like, has arguably fewer problems.
Yeah, Luluko... Well, no, I don't think that's arguable. I think Luluko just has fewer problems.
Luluko is just really good.
Yeah.
Like, period.
Luluko...
The only issue, and it's not even actually an issue, is that it's only 90 long.
Yeah. It's a weird one. But,
yeah, it's like, I need to watch it again because it was really good, and I...
We could talk about seasonal anime that are out right now.
I have not watched any of the seasonal anime, and the only ones I really care about are... like, Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season and Given.
Maidens is like an actual fucking classic in the making. So.
Yeah, I've heard that from like multiple people.
People should
including
watch that
people
show.
who are normally not into that sort of thing.
Yeah, like if you think, because like the synopsis puts people off, because you know,
because
it makes it sound like a sex comedy, which it kind of is, but not really.
But the thing is, well, it's also honestly, I feel like, it's like from what I gather, it's like it actually does sex comedy in an interesting way.
Yeah. No, that's about
like,
right.
Like, it's like the problem with a lot of anime sex comedy is not that it's sex comedy, it's just that it doesn't do it in an intelligent or fun way. It
is a sex comedy, but it is not an ecchi, which I think is an important distinction to make.
That's fair. Although, like, I think it's like... I think arguable, although this is more theoretical than in practice, I think you could probably make a fan service comedy show that doesn't... Actually, there is one. I would say that the Monogatari series is the weird exception.
Yeah, but the Monogatari series is also like a million other things. I don't know if that's...
Yeah, true. True. Like,
but,
Nisei is probably the most purely fan servicey, but also I actually really like parts of Nisei. So,
Nisei is a fucking bizarre show.
Yeah, like...
Nisei is...
Karen
good.
D is actually legitimately one of my favorite arcs in the show.
Nisei is very... Actually, I don't know if I'd go as far as very good. I'd go that far for some of the other Monogatari seasons. Nisei is a good show, It is also what people who hate anime think all anime is.
Exactly. It's like it's like that, but actually good.
Yeah.
It is the most anime bullshit ever, and I love it.
Like, I don't care how many people tell you about it beforehand, there is no way to actually prep yourself for watching the toothbrush scene in context.
There really isn't. It's not, like, actually, honestly, I think that it's simultaneously less weird and weirder than you expect.
I'm gonna go with weirder.
Just weirder.
Just weird. It's
no, like,
it's a strange series. Nisio Ishin is a weird guy.
I wasn't as taken aback by it as, like, I think a lot of people were, but at the same time, I recognize that, like, because of how out of nowhere it is pretty fucking...
Yeah, I mean, like... Not much makes me go, what the fuck am I watching anymore? But that did.
Yeah, it's...
like...
It's like... And also the way the scene ends, which is, like, just so sitcom-y.
No, that's like, just actually fucking hilarious.
It's really... But it's because of how bizarre the context is that it makes it hilarious. And also the fact at the very end of it, where it's just like, and we decided to keep doing this, and it's like, oh my fucking god, what is nonsense?
One day Nishio Ishin will have to answer for all he's done, good and bad, and I don't know where the toothbrush scene will fall on the
I think that it will,
scales of judgment.
I think, given the context of, and granted I need to see the rest of Owari Monogatari, it feels like the thing about that scene that, like, I always got, and it's especially the first half of Neko Monogatari also, like, honestly, actually, straight up calls this out, is, like, it's very clear to me from context that part of the joke of that scene is you can't trust any of the shit that Araragi tells you, because at least part of it is him fucking.
I will say, I think Bakemonogatari is maybe the only series I've ever seen do the, we have problematic thing in show, but we wink and nod about it, so it's fine, where I think it actually mostly gets away with it.
Yeah, because...
That's a hard line to walk.
It is such a hard line to walk, and it's like... And it's also because, like, it simultaneously owns it, but also goes about it in a very interesting way, and has an intensely unreliable narrator, and continues to introduce intensely unreliable narrators.
Good night, Norse Hunter.
Just... Yeah. Oh, good night, Norse Hunter. It was nice having you here.
Yeah. Hope you deign to return some other
It'd be cool. I like having new people who are chill.
Yeah. Oh, I thought that was... I didn't realize that was actually Murr going to bed. I thought...
Oh, Murr was going to bed.
And then Norse Hunter said good night to
having you around.
Okay,
oh,
my
sorry.
bad.
Sorry, Murr. Good night, Murr.
Good night, Murgadon. Yo, why the fuck does it smell like there's a skunk outside in my room? I live on the 3rd floor. That's not a thing.
Oh, no.
That's not a thing. Unless there's, like, wall-climbing skunks that I don't know about.
Yeah, after Millie and June went back to St. Paul, I now have a master bedroom, which is apparently haunted.
You know? Yeah.
I'm not even joking.
They are sneaky ninjas. I think it's actually, I think what's more likely is probably that somebody's smoking weed outside.
Oh.
That's almost,
yeah, probably.
Because, like, certain weed strands.
You just totally... I don't know if you actually heard it, but or if you glossed over it, but I just said that my room might be haunted.
Yeah, I did, and I just, like... My brain just failed to produce a response, I guess. I was like, yeah, he said that. And then it just...
Fair.
Nope.
Yeah, it's like...
I'm sorry, that was really rude, actually.
Like, not like... But it's like... It's just that... And it's not anything like that we've heard from the people who own the house, like, you know, one of those kind of bullshit things where it's like, oh, someone died here or whatever. It's more like... There are parts of this house where you just get this vibe that there's someone in the room with you. And not necessarily like in a creepy or a hostile way, but it is weird. And like literally like I asked people independently.
Ooh, now I'm getting a headache.
Like,
it's definitely weed. Sorry, go on.
Like my mom, my sister, like I made a joke about it way early on when we were here. And then I asked Millie and June about it after they'd left. And it was like, they said there's something, like, in, you know, like, capitalizing the S's here, something spooky. In this room, at least.
It's spooky.
And my mom has her whole witchy thing going on, so, like, she
your
was
mom,
like, yeah.
Every time I learn something new about your mom, she seems like a cooler person.
Yeah, she, like... She once had a weird episode during a migraine where she claimed that she was talking to Baron Samedi.
The voodoo deity.
Yes. He was in the corner of the room, apparently.
You're supposed to, like, give him
in
coffee
our
if he shows up or something, right? That's, like, the thing?
He is the god of death.
Yeah,
and
but,
a few
like,
other things.
like, there's, like, offering things that you're supposed to give the lowest when they show up.
Oh yeah,
and
like
I think his is like he likes like coffee and cigars. I think.
Yeah, coffee, cigars, certain kinds of liquor. Also, I can't remember her name. Is it Mama Gave? It might be. Is the one who she also really likes tobacco and really likes. But yeah, she was in like this weird sort of like not quite there kind of thing. It was like, oh yeah, he's just hanging out over there. Also, the cat doesn't want to be around him.
I don't know if I would be entirely cool with the Haitian deity of death being just like in my house, but you know, I guess you don't really have much of a choice, do you?
It just seems like he was visiting. If, like, that... Like, I have no idea what was going on there, but it's like... I guess... we had a visitor for a few hours.
Stopping by to say hello?
Yeah, pretty much. Like... Apparently this is a thing with my mom's side of the family, like, weird stuff like that.
I would hug a spirit or demon. I don't know if I would. I have that, like, lingering ex-cath, like, inherent fear of anything dark.
Yeah, I can understand that.
You know.
But, like,
maybe I just need to get over it and stop being judgmental.
But, yeah, like, yeah, I mean, whatever is in this house, it doesn't seem like... What it feels like to me, and I don't know what it is, it's like... It's not really so much like having a person in the room as, like, that the room itself is another person there. And that it's just there with you. And it's a very disconcerting feeling. And it does kind of creep me out sometimes, but that's not like... You know, I don't think it's malign, whatever the heck it is. It's just... It's just around. I mean, it's an old house.
I don't know. I wouldn't enjoy that.
I don't know. It's like, it's not here all the time. It's just, sometimes you just kind of know.
We had,
a fucking weird...
My grandmother used to claim that her old house was, like, haunted by the spirits of the cats that she used to keep. And we're still not sure if that was, like, based in anything she experienced or just, like, her way of coping with them dying because she didn't care for them very well.
I mean, it could be both.
That's true, I guess.
Life is very strange. I mean, I am generally a person who doesn't adhere to a lot of, like, seriously spiritualistic beliefs. What?
Win.
Why is it playing beers?
You are very quiet. Hold on.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
Do.
Okay, I figured it out.
Hi, Win.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hello. We're talking about my house being haunted.
Discord fucked with my output settings.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Discord fucked with our spirit settings.
Apparently they improved screen share.
News to me. Although I guess actually, Shredney, you haven't been like bugging out, so maybe that's what they did.
Yeah, not as much.
Yeah.
I mean, there
Well, I
was
think
that whole thing where I couldn't repeat a line from Faust.
I think that was
forbid.
like your microphone fucking up though,
Yeah, possibly.
or something of
Just
that
because
nature.
Discord has a feature that mutes anyone talking about Faust.
You're not allowed to talk about Germanic opera in
my
Discord.
goodness.
Little known fact. For the newer people in the chat, this is Win. They are one of our other regular co-hosts.
Yes.
You are Win.
I say hello a lot.
You do.
It is true.
It's a true fact.
It's true fact.
It's
Why did I adopt a funny accent? I do not.
Shredney. No.
I don't know either.
Shredney, no.
Okay, so I'll stop. But I had to do effort to stop because I just slipped into it. I don't know why.
Shredney, I know you're a comrade, but this is ridiculous.
Also,
Oh,
hey,
we're
we
anarchists.
were gonna talk about
Yeah.
seasonal anime, and then we just didn't.
Oh,
Yeah, we were mostly, well, it was because I said that like the two shows that I'm actually interested in are Oh Maidens in Your Savage Season and Given.
Yeah,
I'm watching a decent amount of stuff this season.
I'm watching like a lot this season, which is a nice
Yeah.
change of pace from last season,
Huh.
where I was watching like Bochi by the end of it, and that was literally it.
Yeah. How did Hitori Bochi end up?
Good. I mean,
Oh,
like,
it was good. It was Bochi, but an anime.
yeah,
And
like,
me and Jane were already fans of Bochi.
yeah, we
So,
both
Oh.
like the comic. It's like
Good.
it's not like breaking any doors down or anything, but it is
Yeah, it looked cute.
a nice
Um,
school life comedy, and it had a lot more going on visually than most of those do.
Yeah.
Was it last season? I mean, last year that Mitsubishi Colors,
Mitsubishi Colors.
because
yes,
the mangaka of that is the same mangaka as Bochi.
That makes a lot of sense given the character.
I did not know that, actually. Or if I did,
Like-
I forgot at one point.
And that show, the little I saw of it, was rather cute as well. So, like, you know.
Wasn't that the one with that
thumbs
scene
up.
that people always take clips of, where they, like,
With the art, with
shoot
the
a
fake
cop
RPG.
with a bazooka? Yeah.
Yeah, with the fake RPG. Yeah,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's a.
That
Yeah,
show
like,
looks funny.
they. Yeah, like. We're defending the town. Just when this one girl among them is just like,
Direct
I'm just here
action.
for the ride. I'm gonna keep playing my game.
But yeah, this season the thing filling that niche kind of is
The Nietzsche.
Demon Girl Next Door, which is also
Yeah.
quite good.
I like
I don't know much about that.
that show.
It's
Is goofy.
it's a comedy show.
The
It's
magic
about,
wears Crocs.
The magical girl wears Crocs. Like my favorite incidental character
It's-
design
Yeah,
detail
it's
of all
never
time.
pointed out or anything. She just wears Crocs.
That's
But,
pretty good.
Yeah, it's about like this little girl is like descended from a fucking demon lord, and her quote unquote powers, which mostly consist of just having horns and a tail, awaken, and her mom is like, okay, now you have to kill a magical girl.
And,
Oh my god.
and she's extremely weak, and the magical girl is absurdly strong,
Yeah.
even not transformed.
Yeah,
Oh dear lord.
it's
Like
funny.
she hits her and nothing happens. And so now the magical girl is training her
Yes.
to become stronger.
That's
be able to kill the magical girl.
It's a funny show. I do wonder how / if they will ever resolve the main plot, but it's not really the point of shows like that.
It seems like the thing that would happen in like the last 2 chapters.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. I think there are a lot of creative ways you could resolve that would actually be really funny.
Well, they're hinting that there's both another demon character that shows up and another magical girl.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, it's just that there was like, I was looking at like way back when I looked at, what was up for the summer season. I was like, I feel even less excitement than usual.
Oh, I should watch the. I need to watch the
been a
Fate
very
show.
strong season in my opinion so far.
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
agree with
Actually,
Shane.
I mean, I'm allowed to be wrong.
Yeah. What is good this season? Astra Lost in Space is interesting.
Oh yeah. Oh, that was another one.
Interesting.
Interesting
like,
is the operative word for Astra.
Okay, that's fair.
Grand Belm is pretty good.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Grand
Belm
was
was
a lot.
Symphogear XV, very good.
Oh well, of course,
Obviously,
yes.
of course.
Okay.
Fire Force is good.
Fire Force is pretty good.
That one is not my cup of tea, but that's.
I don't
They had
normally
to-
like
they-
Shonen either, but it's by the Soul Eater guy.
Yeah, but I just I didn't
reason.
have a whole. Sorry for cutting.
I cut you off. To be fair.
Okay, fair. Just all I was saying was just like Soul Eater, while it had elements that intrigued me, was never my cup of tea.
I've
So,
actually
like,
never seen it. I just like the character designs.
It's just like I saw a little bit of it and was like, oh, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not for
Can
me.
Can we talk about the moment I was told that I kept making jokes about Meguca about how the characters looked like they were from a Hidamari sketch, and then it was pointed out to me that the Meguca of
Hidamari sketch designed them.
designed the characters.
Yeah.
That was
That's
funny.
why their faces are so wide.
I also blew Jane's mind by pointing out that actually it turns out Ume Aoki, before working on Madoka, had never seen a magical girl show.
Incredible.
Yeah,
That she
that's the
actually-
Hidamari sketch lady, because I didn't know her by
Yeah.
name either.
Yeah, she actually, like that she, when she was a kid, because she had 2 older brothers who were into anime but wouldn't let her control the TV controls, she wound up watching like a ton of shonen. And very little, like, shoujo stuff.
I wonder what Shonen, because
But
she would have
then
been...
she ended up.
She watched Negima, strangely enough. Like the first one.
Negima.
Yeah, really. Isn't
Oh,
that,
that poor
fucking
girl.
bizarre?
Oh, hey, actually, on a vaguely similar note, me and some of the people from the server were watching random anime on Rabbit earlier today, and
Yeah.
one of the things we rolled was the first episode of fucking Love Hina.
Oh man.
That show exists.
Yeah.
So speaking of shows that you watch in 480p, I've been watching Aria, the
Okay, cool.
Higashiki series. I'm in the
Yes.
second series of it right now. It's really good.
Yeah,
I've actually
I have
never
heard.
seen Aria.
I have
weirdly
heard
enough.
literally nothing but good things about Arya, and a lot of them. Like, pretty much all of the, like, older anime fans I know are like, you need to watch Arya. It's like a thing.
It's good because like I've been feeling not too great in the past couple weeks, so
Yeah.
partially why I've been binging
Yeah.
Higashiki stuff. Because I did that, and then I also read all of the like officially translated volumes of Flying Witch.
Oh.
Because that it's like, well, one of them, I love that anime. I adore it. So I finally read the manga.
Have you
That
ever
sounds
read
nice.
Record of Yokohama Shopping Trip.
No.
You should read that. It's cool. And it's
Yeah.
like, in a broadly similar style. Although it's also like kind of melancholy sometimes. So
And then I also need to watch more of Book of Friends.
Natsume Yujincho.
No, Natsume.
Yes.
Of Friends.
Did you know that the showrunner for the entire series of that is Sadayuki Murai? You know what else he's worked on? And this is really trippy to me. Boogie Pop Phantom and Alien 9.
Fuck!
That's weird.
And yet he's been the showrunner on one of the most, like, chill, gentle, lightly melancholy, but uplifting, like, sorta, like, shoujo exorcist series.
Yeah, what I watched of that show was really good.
Yeah, it's really good and it made me cry.
So I haven't watched or read Alien 9, but I've been reading a manga by the same person.
Oh yeah, Hitoshi
So
Tomizawa.
The one with the train boats and
I
the
don't
time
know
travel?
if I know that one.
Oh, it's fucking wild.
Oh yeah, I mean I know it would be because like Hitoshi Tomizawa is such a strange person.
That guy's
He
fucking
did, like,
weird. I've read Milk Closet, which is also by him, and
yes.
holy fuck does that go to some weird places.
Yeah, the Alien 9 manga is like...
Also, the main villain of Milk
Oh, boy.
Closet is a grasshopper man with a southern accent.
Yeah.
Speaking of things with closet in the name, I'm also waiting for more Wakusei Closet to come out.
Oh yeah,
What is that?
Wakase
It's like
Closet is like a... Would you say Lovecraft kind of thing?
Yeah, it's got some Lovecraftian, like, cosmic horror shit in it. It's bizarre. It's kind of gay.
I think I've heard of this.
Really fucking creepy.
I'm
I
intrigued.
mean, it's a horror manga, so of course it
I
is,
got
but...
I got into it when I was doing that just streak of horror shit.
It's,
that's always good.
It's a manga. It's one of the
When
few horror manga I keep up with, actually. The only other
Somebody
thing that's
actually
even, like...
finally... I am really happy that finally somebody brought over Voynich Hotel.
Oh, yeah.
Like, to the US.
Voynich Hotel is, like, straight up one of the best manga ever,
Yeah,
in my opinion.
that streak was when I finally read oh, what the fuck is the name of it? The Junji Ito one with the planet.
Oh, Hellstar
Hellstar Ramina.
Yeah, Hellstar Ramina. I finally read that during that phase.
Oh man,
when I
that
was
is another
horror
one I
stuff.
need to watch or read at some point. But yeah, the Alien 9 manga is actually really easy to find apparently, because like, despite the fact that I think it's out of print, but it's like the whole thing, including emulators, which is like the sequel, or well, the direct sequel, and it's like apparently feels kind of inconclusive, but so does the manga. I mean, it's just like, yeah, sure. It just kind of... There's no way that you could correctly end this because of the kind of vibe it has to begin with.
You know what another thing that guy did was?
What?
The fucking official Yume Nikki manga.
Yup.
Which is really scary. Which is wildly out of character with the game.
Oh yeah.
But,
have we gone through everything we've watched? It's seasonal.
Maybe?
As I said, I've been planning on watching Given because it's the gay math rock anime. Which, like...
Sure is.
Like, sure. I find that the idea that there is a gay math rock anime pretty alright.
I feel like I'm missing something, but I don't know what.
There's the new Fate thing I need to watch.
Yeah.
The Lord El Malloy.
Oh yeah, El Malloy.
Yeah, that's out.
Which is about Waver
Yeah, I've
Velvet.
heard that's good.
Velvet.
Oh.
I like the story it's based on, so...
The other thing I was thinking of was fucking, Shoujo Kante Starlight. The little, like, mini Review Starlight parody shorts.
Oh!
No, that
exists. I forgot that existed.
sure fucking.
Have you seen Review Starlight?
I still haven't.
You should do
Starlight.
that. It's
So
I
good.
know.
really, really, really good.
Yeah.
I still need to watch the stage plays. I had them down, but then I got a new.
Like, incidental note is, like, I know people get mad about, like, the, Ikuhara comparisons thing, but at the same time, anybody who worked with and had a potential influence on Ikuhara during that period, I automatically am to see what they're doing, especially if they had similar influences in Takarazu.
Like, it's not there. People just got annoyed because people kind of, like, overstated how similar to Una it was, which
It's not Ikuhara. Nobody gets sexually assaulted.
Ouch.
But, yeah, it's, it's in the same, like, stadium, but they're not playing the same game, if you understand what I mean.
And then I watched a little bit of the Isekai with Mom.
Mom Sakai.
Yeah, that apparently gets bad real fast.
That makes me sad.
Like,
I thought it was like...
The premise is hilarious.
I heard it gets bad like way far into the manga, and then now I'm told it gets bad in like the second episode.
I think they like adapted a bunch of
things.
I think they like adapted stuff out of order.
I don't know. I think I heard kind of mixed things. Is that it does get a little lol boobs pretty fast, but it's like
no,
it's
like
not.
I mean,
awful.
It depends on who you ask, obviously, but like it starts going for the like people who are into mother-son incest demographic, like, really quickly.
That's kind of awkward.
Yeah, a little bit.
I've been watching Restage, which at first seemed like just a Love Live ripoff, and then the third episode happened, and half of it was devoted to a fucking survival game scenario.
What?
So there were just these girls running around with airsoft guns in this idol anime. Just one episode.
Except the idea of a Love Live death game is
survival games and death games are different, Shredney.
Survival game when they use airsoft guns.
Okay, I understand.
That's what it's Japanese.
But still, I'm just thinking a Love Live death game would be so bad I would have to watch.
God, that's the fucking next evolution of, like, the grimdark magical girl thing.
The grimdark magical show.
And then I've also been watching...
Go on.
Yeah. I don't know if it's because I was in a weird brain space when I watched the episodes, but I found Wasteful Days of High School Girls fucking hysterical. And, I don't know if it's actually that funny, but I thought it was.
I didn't care for it, but it didn't seem, like, awful. I don't really like the manga it's based on either, so, Oh, wait, no, the one we fucking forgot about was Ones Within.
Oh, fuck, that show.
That show is fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Wait, what is Ones Within? Explain this to me.
Oh, fucking...
Elevator pitch.
Okay. There's a bunch of YouTubers, okay?
Okay.
And they are kidnapped by a man wearing a llama mask and put into a live-streamed death game scenario.
Okay.
Also,
that man, voiced by the same man that voices the giraffe in Review Starlight.
Oh man.
It's would you call it a comedy?
So it's like if you cross Virtual Sanwa Miteru with Batum.
Like it's set up kind of like a death game scenario, but I don't know if anyone's actually going to die.
I don't know either, but I also feel like somebody definitely is going to, because
there's
that
total
seems
whiplash.
Yeah,
just
like
constantly.
like even like people talk about this with Astra Lost in Space too, but it's actually like way fucking more extreme in
Yeah, I don't think anyone.
ones with
Astra. The thing about Astra is like the premise seems kind of intriguing, but the aesthetic isn't entirely my thing.
Yeah, I kind of get that, but I'm into that kind of sci-fi anime, so.
I don't know. It's
Actually,
like
it keeps making me want to watch more Bodacious Space Pirates, but.
oh yeah, I've heard that one's really good.
I watched the first episode of that and really liked it, and then never watched any more of it because I'm great at my job.
That seems to be actually a thing with a lot of people who watch that show. Is like that was actually really fun, and then
It kind of takes a while to get off the ground. I think I've heard.
Yeah,
but I'll finish it one of these days. But
yeah, that's also reminded me of like apparently that
but
like Millie really liked Space Pirate Mito, I think it is apparently really funny. But like
I don't think I know that one.
Yeah, it's like it's a similarly goofy, bizarre space pirate thing from like the 90s.
Huh. But the do we tell them about the thing in Ones Within at the end of the second episode?
Go for it.
So like there's this crazy scientist lady is one of the well, she's not a scientist, but she wears a lab coat. I don't.
Well, no, she is a scientist.
Well, yeah, I know. She's also a botanist. She's like a puzzle YouTuber and also a botanist because
she just happened to have a large bag full of poison.
Yeah.
Vials.
Well, no, that's in the third episode. I meant the thing where
she
she like the character who seems most like a lesbian turns out to have a fucking like stalker shrine to the protagonist in her closet.
Still not
Which
sure
protagonist is male, female?
No, the protagonist is a dude, although he's
that's disappointing.
But he's actually really cute.
He's
like
I don't find him attractive, but he is a interesting character.
He's earnest and always wants to be helpful and good.
Okay, so she has a shrine to the Moe boy.
Yes.
Oh, and they like did streams together and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's real awkward.
Like, it's not clear if she wants to bang him or kill him or both.
Well, I mean, both is always a good option.
No. And also, it's not clear, like, if the show's going to do anything with that, or if it's just, like...
just kind of there.
A gag. Like, it's a very weird show.
So, every character randomly has equipment. The main character doesn't. But there's this one, like, she's just a sweet girl who she does, like...
raising sims.
She does, like,
is what they
nurturing and raising sims.
Yeah.
Is what she streams. Yeah, each character specializes in different types of games.
Understandable.
Kind of thing. And then each episode they're put into a situation that's like a game that they have to solve. But,
dear. So Fibre!
But she randomly carries around flashbang grenades.
Yeah.
Oh my.
It's a series.
It does kind of feel like somebody who could, in a perverse way, almost plausibly exist. Like, there's that one person who seems just so perfectly nice and harmless, and then, oh yeah, I literally collect flashbang grenades. Why?
Is that a thing you can collect? Don't
I'm
don't
sure we can't.
Probably not legal. But
well,
I'm
no,
just saying
but no. I don't mean legally. I mean like physically. Don't explosives go bad after a certain amount of time?
Well, it depends upon. But I think flashbangs kind of work slightly differently from like. But yeah, generally they do. Yeah, generally like explosives can go off, not go off, load, but like go off as not function correctly after.
Well, I thought that like they did like that was an actual risk. Is that like the components can get volatile over time and like.
Oh, that's
basically
also...
explode if you look at them wrong.
Yeah, it depends on
Okay. Well, I don't know very much about munitions, to the
But at the
surprise
same
of
time,
nobody.
somebody who decides to just stockpile flashbang, to what degree would that be a concern for them?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like,
I'm already on plenty of lists, so...
like, that's the weird thing about this show, is that it is impossible to tell what level it's operating on.
Is it like, what level of irony or post-irony is being invoked here? Are we talking, like, has Catgirl Stirner as an avatar on Twitter levels of irony?
I don't know what that means, but like
that
the thing
that only never mind.
The thing is, like, it's not a question of irony or not irony. It's more just like, what genre is this?
Well, that's fair.
It's a very weird show. It's definitely not the best thing airing right now, but it's one of the more recommendable ones.
Simply because it is just
and
that.
then nobody
because it's that
knows
weird.
about it because it's only on Funimation.
Yeah. You will have to pirate it because nobody fucking has the Funimation Now subscription.
I mean, I paid for it again just because there were a few things I wanted to get through, but
yeah, I guess
yeah.
fair, but
mostly to watch Psychopaths.
Yeah, like Funimation has kind of they've made some decisions, haven't they?
Yeah.
Oh, like they decided to partner with fucking Hulu.
I mean, I find, I mean, I already actually do use Hulu for a few things.
I mean, I'd be okay with that if not for the fact they dropped the deal with Crunchyroll.
Yeah, that was a big... And also the fact that they just a ton of stuff in their back catalog lapsed at one point, and Hulu got totally fucked by it.
I, don't use any streaming sites anymore, because...
Oof.
You're poor?
Well, that... But even if I did have the money, you can't... I do my, weekly columns for Geek Girl Authority, and you can't fucking take screenshots on any of these platforms anymore. Because they, deliberately make it really difficult to do.
Really? I do it all the time.
Do you?
I guess it depends on the computer and how you're doing it.
Well,
Okay, so I have it set... I have, macro on my mouse to take a full screen shot. So I can hit that and it won't pop up the, the bar, the menu or anything on a full screen video. But that's how I do it.
Yeah, but then you have to, time it right. Which is, a whole other thing.
I get what you mean.
It's just not worth the
Yeah,
I have to pace myself with Omaidens because it's too fucking real.
There's only one episode a week, Win.
Yeah, I know.
Is that the pace?
And I can never watch them as soon as they come out.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah, I can
It is a
understand
thing
that.
you have to be in the mood for, because, it's very, based on a clearly, lived-in teenage experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is,
and I'm
awkward for some people.
Just hoping the anime reaches a spoiler I know about.
Yeah,
That's,
me too.
That's reminding me is, actually... Well, actually, it's reminding me of a couple of things.
Print screen and paint. Yeah, but there's, other problems. The pictures I need to take have to be in a certain resolution, and if I'm watching it in a video player, I'd have to, stretch the picture, and it's a hassle. But,
Understood.
Anyway, I will be right back. I have to use the restroom quick. And then we will play more DeadCells.
I also have to. Really sorry. When you're going to have to
why do you always have to do this at the same time as Jane?
I don't know. It's just like that we're like some sort of weird, creepy mind meld. It's terrible. And deeply inconvenient. And also it means that you're gonna have to take on Trey's role and like beatbox or something for the remainder of the time. Good. Continue.
Video game streaming. Yeehaw. Anime. The stream seems to be working when I test it. Also, wow, my voice sounds horrible today. So, yeah. Both of the co-hosts went to the bathroom at the same time and left me alone. As always. Sure is my life. Maybe I should start singing an anime theme song. Anime Janai. Anime Janai. I don't know the rest of the words to the Gundam Double Zeta theme song. So I'm gonna go look them up.
The stream's black. What?
It's not. That's only a problem for them.
Oh no, I accidentally pressed the key in the game.
Because
Well,
I tested it.
Yeah, it...
Thanks, Norse. Oh, thank God.
What's going on
They're
here?
back. Everything. I was about to start singing the theme song to Double Zeta Gundam, but Jane got back before I started.
Oh man, Gundam, that franchise that I have no idea how to actually reasonably approach, and then
It's
people
my
tell me-
franchise.
You can't have any.
Watch the original.
Yeah, it's like everybody
Just
tells
do
me
it.
stuff like that, and it's like, how
Just do it.
best do I? All I ask is, how best can I appreciate Turn A?
Well, to appreciate Turn A, you have to watch like everything up to it.
Yeah.
But how do I do that
Well,
most efficiently?
Start with the original,
Okay.
then watch Zeta Gundam,
Okay.
then watch Double Zeta Gundam,
Okay.
then watch Char's Counterattack,
Okay.
then watch 0080,
Okay.
and then you could probably watch Turn A.
Okay, cool. Because I really appreciate Turn A's aesthetic, but I keep thinking that my only way to fully appreciate what's going on in it would probably be to have full context. Like, necessary context.
It's not, it doesn't need as much context as like Unicorn, but...
Yeah, it's just that, like, I know that it doesn't require as, like, people will tell me, well, actually, it doesn't require that much context, really. But then it's like, but I want to be able to, like, appreciate the nuances in it.
I think, like, at least just the original.
Yeah,
like all of the old mobile suits that show up are mostly in Turn A, are mostly from the original.
that
Like,
makes sense.
They dig up.
Only Gundam thing I've ever seen is 00, which is, by my understanding, like heresy.
I actually really like 00.
I liked
But-
it too, although I haven't seen it in years at this point. That was part of that, like,
and I like 00.
there was like a
it down.
bunch of
I've-
like political mega shows at that time.
I'm also really curious about War in the Pocket.
Yeah, that's 0080. 0080 is really fucking good.
Okay, cool.
Like, if you watch any Gundam, at least watch 0080.
Also,
like, the original and 0080 are the ones that come up a lot.
also,
But
all the
there's
girls
that,
in
and then-
00 are really cute, and that
A lot
is...
of
thirstiest I will ever be on this stream.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. I'll one up you. Is that the part of the reason that I would like to watch Turn A is
It's
because
Lauren.
Yes.
Yeah.
Laurent?
Yes. Good.
Lauren. Who fucking I had canon is non-binary.
Yeah.
Hard.
It's just extremely cute character.
The other show people always recommend is 8th MS Team,
Okay.
which is it's more gritty on the ground fighting.
Yeah. Okay.
And other Gundams.
Gritty on the fighting ground. You ever just say something?
Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. It's streaming.
It's true. Also podcasting. And stand-up comedy to different degrees. It's all just variants of just saying stuff.
Okay.
And political speech giving.
Okay. So what is the worst Gundam? Or what are the multiple worst Gundams?
AGE, or Age, to me, I think, is probably the worst Gundam series.
Well, that's okay, Maya. Stuff happens.
I've heard, sorry, Maya, see you.
Oh.
I have heard dubious things about, oh god, which...
Isn't Seed the one people think is real bad?
Oh, Seed is fucking bad, too.
Seed and Seed Destiny.
I guess I technically
Seed
lied,
and
because I
AGE
saw...
are
I used to watch Seed
And,
when it ran on Toonami. I don't remember anything about it, but I did watch it.
I've also heard that F91 is...
F91 is good. Fuck anyone who says otherwise.
Okay.
Okay,
I
get that feeling.
Okay.
That,
Maybe I don't feel that strongly about F91, but I like F91.
Yeah, it's
if
apparently...
talk Double Zeta Gundam, I will fight them.
It's apparently those are the ones that people get testy about.
People constantly say to skip Double Zeta when you're watching the Universal Century stuff, and do not do that.
They're wrong. Okay, I can accept that.
There are some weird parts of Double Zeta, I understand that, but overall I think it's a very good series. Mintu Dao is a very good character.
The only thing I remember about watching Seed as a kid is that I had a crush on, I think her name was Frey, the fucking crazy redhead.
Yeah, I had a crush on Kigali in Seed. So
who's that? Which one's that?
It was the tough girl who was also technically a princess.
Okay, I think I dimly...
She became Atherin's love interest. Athrun Solo, which was the best friend of the main character, Kira Yamato, who survives things that it's not possible to survive, and the Phantom basically calls him Gundam Jesus.
It's pretty funny.
Oh man.
I used to be really into Seed. Now I do not like it at all. But
yeah, it does seem like...
yeah, I don't know. I watched it as a kid, and I think I mostly just liked it because there were giant robots in it.
Yeah,
but
I was not picky at the time.
But that's that's the general appeal of Gundam.
Yeah, it was my entry point. See, now I'm into all the politically and the fucking...
Yeah.
I'm into political...
Yeah. And I started gravitating towards super robot shows because I mostly like this giant robot stuff.
I'm the real robot nerd, so...
I've liked occasional real robot things too.
I like super robot stuff too.
I'm probably the least giant robot-oriented person here. I really liked Evangelion. I liked what I've seen of Bokurano.
Yeah,
but that doesn't
Bokurano, I don't know if that counts.
That doesn't count. Yeah, I know it doesn't.
Bokurano is something.
Bokurano is really good and also not for everyone.
I, like, conceptually hate that show. I've never seen it, but
it's actually
just
not. It is
what
not
it's about just rubs me the wrong way for reasons I don't
I
even
think that
fully
you,
understand myself.
on the one hand, I think that you, in watching it, would probably hate it a lot less than you actually do in concept. But on the other hand, I'm not sure that you would enjoy it enough for it to be worth
Yeah,
watching.
I mean, that's the thing. It does also have a really good opening theme.
Oh yeah, the opening theme, and you know what was actually really cool? I had always thought that the opening theme reminded me of Yuki Kajiura's work. Turns out that the woman who did the opening for Bokurano was in a J-pop duo with Yuki Kajiura for like a decade.
I feel like you've said that on our show before.
I have, actually.
I just got
but it's
really
like-
intense deja vu from you saying that.
Yeah, I'm sure I have. Or at some point, it's just I forgot you said it.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm realizing that, oh, I have said that here.
I hear
But
about Baccano and my brain just switches to Bacano. So,
Bakano
Those
is
aren't
a
the same
very
thing.
different show.
You know who
Oh,
really
man.
likes Bakano is Cece.
Bakano is really good.
I've never
Oh.
seen
I
it. I probably
will
would
watch
like
it
though.
someday.
Yeah.
It's like
on
it
my
has
list for-
issues
I'm
which
watching.
become more apparent when you do what I did and keep restarting it after 5 episodes like 5 times in a row before finally finishing it.
But why?
But
did you
it's
do that?
still really good.
Me with Blood Blockade Battlefront.
I should
Yeah,
finish
that's
that show.
I need to
watched
finish
like
Blood
I watched like a
Yeah, I
third
like
of
that
it.
show, and then I keep forgetting. Continue watching it, and then I forget everything that happened.
Oh, ouch.
The main
Yeah,
character
also-
is so cute.
Yeah.
I like
Also,
what
that-
the hell is her
that
name?
lady-
Chain Sumeragi.
Get Chain, I love Chain so much. She's the greatest. I
Yeah,
have,
like
I have a type.
that is understandable. Yeah, like Blood Blockade Battlefront is
Well,
really fun from what I've.
funny thing about Chain is her character design makes her look like she's a really tall girl, but she's actually one of
Huh.
the shortest characters.
Yeah.
Actually,
I
that's
it wasn't like a romantic thing, but I had like a hardcore fangirl moment yesterday when I was watching Heartcatch because is anybody present in the stream? Actually, I'll just say, if anybody here is planning on watching Heartcatch Precure, I'm about to give a spoiler for about like halfway through the show, so
I mean, I don't mind being spoiled on things about 50% of the time, so I'll just
Snape killed Dumbledore.
yeah, Snape killed Dumbledore. No, one of the primary supporting characters, Itsuki, who is like an androgynous girl who the main
Yep.
character has kind of a crush on, becomes a precure. And
Okay, cool.
her like precure name is Cure Sunshine, and she gets these fucking honking huge yellow twin tails, and she just
Oh my.
completely fucking flattens the monster in the episode, and I was bouncing in my seat. It was extremely
That's
cool.
really cute.
It was really
Yeah.
good.
Just
I liked it a lot.
Jane having a Saturday morning cartoon moment.
Yeah.
So I sort of mentioned it offhand earlier, but I finally watched the first season of Psychopaths, and that show, that's some good fucking cyberpunk. Even though it's from the perspective of cops, it's still really good.
You know,
Like,
you don't have to
cyber-
agree with
Cy-
a character to empathize with. Is the way.
Well,
I
and
see
then
it.
I do kind of, the point is they realize this is fuck. Like,
Yeah, exactly. It's like, and also like, you know, and a character can be in a position that you don't necessarily. That it's kind of but it's like that they're, you know, they understand that it's and it's.
I think
Life is
interesting-
life.
The really interesting thing about cyberpunk is it started, like, the Western version, like, stole a bunch of stuff from Japanese culture, and then Japan turned around and made their own cyberpunk, and it's, in my opinion, way better.
Uniformly much better than Western cyberpunk, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's unfair, but that's the impression
that's my opinion too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I like.
Like Psychopaths gets fucking. There's another show I'm forgetting.
Ghost in the Shell. What's weird about it is like with the film, the original films. I mean, is like that. I actually like the second better than.
And then there's M99, and which is like an 80s. That's by the same person as Ghost in the Shell, I think. That OVA M99, where there's the android that's hunting down that girl. It's really good. Black Magic M99, that's what it's called.
Black Magic M99, yeah. I was just saying,
that's my favorite Santana.
Anything that... Actually, almost anything that Chiaki Kanaka has been involved has weird cyberpunk shit going on.
I've only seen the original Ghost in the Shell movie, but I really liked it. I kind of wasn't expecting to, because, like...
Standalone complex.
Sorry.
I'm one of the very few people, I think, like, granted, there are a lot of people who like Innocent, but I think I'm one of the few people who actually likes better than Ghost.
I don't think I knew that there was a direct sequel to the original film.
A direct sequel called Innocent.
Yeah, it is. And it's, as I said, it's really good and bizarre.
God, have you ever watched any of Pandora and the Crimson Shell?
I haven't, but I want to.
That show is
we watched the first episode of that on an anime roulette once.
I watched most of it, or like at least half of it.
It looks totally bizarre, and I'm really intrigued.
To activate her powers, the main character sticks her hand in the crotch of an android.
Yes. Yeah, like the frickin' weird maid, like she fingers a maid girl. What the fuck?
You know,
but it's okay because she's an android.
But she is an android, granted. But still, like, it is just totally
I'm
out
just jealous
there.
of the main character because I want a robot body. Give me a robot body.
Give me a robot.
Yeah, it's funny that there's a lot of cyberpunk that's like having too many cybernetic parts ruins your humanity. And I'm just over here like, give me a fucking robot body.
Me walking into the bank with an M19. Give me the robot body.
Yes. Japanese cyberpunk does way less of that shitty stuff. Like, Japanese cyberpunk does way less of, oh, you've become less human.
That's
if
because...
you replace parts of your body.
That's because Japan understands that robots are neat.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting the way that, Technolize, one of my favorite series, which was also written by, again, Chiaki Kanaka, and had visual designs by and probably some conceptual input from Yoshitoshi Abe.
About to face the final boss. Didn't think I'd be doing this today.
Approaches the whole, like, quote-unquote, cyber parts, humanizing, that sort of thing. Because there is a literal, like... They're essentially kind of like an insurrectionary bodybuilding cult that are against cyborg limbs in that show, and yet there's a whole lot of other weird political shit going on with that. And
yeah, I have to watch.
It's a really fucking good show.
I have to watch that and
anime.
What's that other show called?
Or at least like
cyberpunk show
anime.
that the main character looks like Jill from Valhalla. Jane.
What? I don't know what you're talking about. No.
You've heard of it.
Okay, what's the premise like?
I don't remember, but it's...
That's not much to go on.
I've heard that
Jill's
if you like Lane, you should watch it.
A chick with...
It's
you
one
mean
of those
fucking
things.
Ergo Proxy?
Ergo Proxy, yeah.
She doesn't look anything like Jill.
No, she fucking does.
No, she doesn't.
Yes, she
Ergo
fucking
Proxy,
does.
like, I've heard people be kind of cynically like, it's
we
toned
posted
down, but it's not, it's like, okay, it's like, so, Technolize is heavily absurdist, like in the Camus sense. Whereas Ergo Proxy is more Sartre, like existentialist, and that's like the big
lost me.
difference.
I'm gonna repost that thing that you said this is the worst thing I've ever seen. Because straight up, she does look like Jill.
She doesn't, though.
She fucking does. Freddy, look
I
at
don't
this.
have any
Goodbye,
context
goodbye,
for this
Norse.
whatsoever.
So look
All
at
I
that.
know is Ergo Proxy.
Say goodbye
actually...
to Norse.
Bye, Norse.
Bye, Norse.
They're going for the evening.
See you later.
See, Freddy, look at this picture. So Jill is in the upper left. Then you see the Ergo Proxy girl is jokingly called Jill Lancer Alt. Because this is a fate joke. But
Okay. Jill. Okay, Jill. The
Okay.
top Jill makes sense.
I think they're all tops. Maybe?
Uh,
No, I haven't played the show. Or played,
Jill is definitely
played the show. Okay. We've entered the final half hour of the stream
Jane
officially.
has
What?
not played Valhalla.
I
is what
have-
she's
I
trying
have-
to say.
I have not played very much Valhalla, no.
no,
I've played,
okay,
like,
I can see the resemblance, but it's
10
a
minutes of
relatively slight.
Valhalla.
I recently went through it for the first time.
Like there is a subtle similarity going on.
It was an experience.
I feel like the similarity is just that they both have black hair.
I don't know.
No, it's the way that it's the eye shape.
Maybe?
I think their faces are similar.
Their faces are
Maybe
are
I'm the
similar
fool
and
here,
along with
I
it.
don't know.
Faces and hair are similar, but I don't think it's quite as strong as Win is saying, but I also think that there is a flare. And that's so I'm gonna stake the middle position. I'm from the neutral planet, I guess.
Jane died.
I did. I don't know if I'm ever going to actually beat this game. But
And then
that's
aren't
fine.
there
Yeah,
more
but it's-
bosses that came out with that big patch?
Yeah, there's like
it's-
stuff. It's like Isaac and every game like this. There's like a final boss, but then there's like a final boss and a final
I really
final
need
boss.
to play that. I've never gotten
Yeah.
anywhere near to the first final boss.
In what?
Oof.
Did you just say in what?
Yeah.
The game you're playing?
Oh.
You-
Oh.
Well, I thought you
okay.
said in
Makes sense.
that, and I didn't know.
thought so.
I didn't know
Oh.
what you meant.
Yeah, but yeah, basically what I was trying to say was like
Basically,
Ergo Proxy is
one-
really good. The dub is actually incredible. Technolize actually you can watch it in either Japanese or English because both of those both the Japanese and English dub are actually excellent in that one and roughly
As-
on par.
and as
Although I
pointed out-
think the English is better in Ergo Proxy, which is
The-
very rare.
the dub in lane works really well because it makes everything more off-putting.
I don't
I
know
can
if I'd
kinda
use the word
understand.
off-putting, but it's
well,
like
like,
very
it's like the-
staccato and like
Like
Staccato and awkward.
weird.
it
Yeah.
fits with the tone of the show.
That said, I like the.
I like
don't
the
know.
dub
I
in
watched
Lane
it
a
in
lot.
Japanese and it worked perfect.
I
Yeah.
actually don't like the original voice track in Lane very much. But in
Still
my case,
need
it
to
might be
listen to it.
because, like, I watched the dub of Lane when I was, like, 13.
But like,
And
what-
it's imprinted on you like you're a
Yeah.
baby bird.
Oh yeah, that's like I can't watch the original Gundam in Japanese
Oh, wow.
or Zeta Gundam. They're just imprinted in me as being in English.
Yeah, like,
I
formative
kinda understand that with
experience.
certain things.
Well, so the Zeta Gundam dub is legitimately good. The original Gundam dub gets kind of bad sometimes. But Zeta Gundam
but yeah.
is legitimately
like actually but yeah, like the dub for Technolize is weirdly similar in tone to the Japanese.
But we have to talk about if you want the
Without,
dub.
Like either way it works, is what I'm
You
saying.
want the dub or the sub of King of the Hill?
Oh, that fucking Twitter post made my day. That shit is amazing. And
I will gain.
I will brook no quarter on this subject.
I'm just
No,
actually,
but like,
I remember there's a friend of mine who I hang out with, and usually we watch King of the Hill while stoned.
That's a good kind of friend to have.
Yeah, it's pretty chill. And then, like, the next morning, when I wake up sleeping on his couch, we watch Democracy Now! Yeah. And continue to get stoned. It's a good kind of weekend thing to do.
Yeah.
It's like King of the Pill, politics, getting high. It's a good combo.
My fucking arm is starting to get tired from holding this controller at this position for so long.
Wait, wow, it's later than I thought.
Yeah, we only got about half an hour left in the show.
Holy crap, yeah. But yeah, basically what I was really saying with, like, is, like, Ergo Proxy is a good show. Very good show, in fact. And Pino is adorable.
Watch Ergo Proxy at some point. There's too many good and interesting anime. I don't understand how there are people who, like...
When are you there?
What?
Okay, there you are.
What?
Okay, good. Sorry. You just weren't talking for a while, and I was like, oh, where's Win?
That's because I was talking, probably.
But yeah, what were you saying, Jane?
I was saying, like, there's too many good anime, and I don't understand people who, like, watch all the quote-unquote undisputed classics and then think that all other anime is bad.
Yeah, they have no originality in their souls.
Fucking annihilated.
I mean, it's just true.
I mean, yeah. I don't know.
But, like...
I think anime is, like, the one thing where I'm qualified to be a snob, that and rap music. So, I will do that.
Yeah, I mean, same, but with, like, with different genres of music.
Yeah.
Like, there are a handful of things which I'm allowed to be a snob about, and I think that I'm starting to earn my anime stripes with that.
Yes.
Trying to be a mecha snob when 99% of mecha is fucking trash.
Oh!
It's my life.
But, like...
maybe I just haven't seen enough to get to the bad stuff yet.
What I have been trying to say is, okay, yeah, Ergo Proxy is great. Kino is like my robot daughter. And yeah, Technolize is one of my favorite shows of all time.
Oh, have you watched?
It's also not for everyone at all. Like, some people will not. It is a depressing show, but in, like, a meaningful way. I don't know how to explain.
I'm depressed in a meaningful way.
But I think you would dig Technolize. It has a lot of cool
I'd probably enjoy it. I like overtly political anime.
It's not even, like, so much politics as, like, deep philosophical shit that a lot of anime won't touch.
Tredney, have you ever watched Dinocoil?
I've seen parts of it and really... I liked it a fair bit. I just never got back.
Yeah, how many episodes was I in? I watched, like, 8 episodes of it.
Hey, gang.
I need to get back to it at some point. Yeah?
This entire episode has been very fun, but we have to, like, not talk about anime at all next week.
Why?
Because...
Anime is like our bread and fucking butter.
Two reasons.
Oh, what? So you'll talk about music I've never heard of and can't comment on?
Listen. Like, because it's, like, literally all we talked about this episode. B, because Trey is going to be back, and we'll probably want to talk about, like, his trip. And we should do that, because I like hearing about people going places.
Yeah, I mean, like, the thing is, though, like, that we just had the perfect confluence of 3 people who feel very strongly about anime in one place at the same time.
Yes.
Talking about anime.
Trey is like our tempering influence in that factor, because, like...
Yeah, it's like...
I don't like to ever
But also he has plenty of stuff to actually talk about as a person that is unrelated to that.
Yeah.
So
it's just, like, I don't like to talk about, like, too much stuff for a single block that somebody here
Trey tempers the anime and I temper the music.
Yeah, basically, that's kind of the gist of it.
Yeah, like, because, like, if we did nothing but talk about, like, weird music shit that Jane and I, you know, think about, like, or even Jane and Trey and I, like, God, like, especially Jane and I, like, we would go off on bullshit about Negative Land or something.
Yeah,
and,
there we
and
go.
you
Talk about
and
Negative
Trey would
Land.
just be like, what? What'd you say?
I said my spectrum of music taste goes from stuff that would be in anime AMVs to like deeply political stuff.
I think you would.
That's the two kinds of music I listen to.
Have you ever heard anything? Have you ever listened to Shinsei Kamate-chan?
No.
They are worth a look. They did the opening to Denpa Onna Toseishu no Toko, also known as Ground Control to Psycho
Why
Electric
do you
Girl.
call that by its Japanese title?
Because the Japanese title is better, and that's the one that I
No,
remember
it's
better.
like, okay, maybe, but none of us speak the language, and I never
Yeah,
know
but
what
usually-
you're talking about
I just
until
think of it
you
as
say
Denpa
the
Onna.
English market title.
It means it's literally Denpa chick, and Denpa doesn't have a good translation.
Listen. Ground Control to Psycho Electric Girl is like a 99 out of 10 title.
Okay, fine.
I
But,
don't even
okay.
know what it means, but it's good.
It's cause, like, again, cause of Denpa, which is a concept that does not exist in English.
Yeah. So instead
Oh,
of
you
Psycho
just
Electric...
jumped into a hole.
Yeah, I didn't mean to do that, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah,
But,
that's what they all say.
Hey. Don't insult me on my own show. No, but,
I will insult you on
God
your own
damn
show.
it!
I didn't even need to insult you there. You just owned yourself.
Fuck you. Anyway. Anime.
Anime, yeah. But, like, actually, like, okay, what I was saying was Shinsei Kamada-chan are... So their front person is non-binary and writes a lot about, like, weird gender dysphoria shit and just general misery. But they're also really upbeat, yet also really strange. Like, they have, like, these incredibly dense keyboard arrangements that are really complex and wild, yet also poppy. Yet also their early stuff is basically noise rock, but with these fucking crazy J-pop keyboards. It's real good.
The joke I made on Twitter was a Spectrum with Dead Prez on one end and Skillet on the other.
Oh my fucking
Skillet.
god! Skillet!
Hey,
That's my
They
range of
still
difficulty.
tore! Skillet still tore, and that terrifies me.
Skillet is my stepdad's favorite band, and I'm not even fucking
Jesus
with you.
Christ, really?
Or actually, is it Skillet? It's either Skillet or the similarly named, but I think completely unrelated Seether.
Who are
Yeah.
also a band that, like,
Seether
just
completely
thinking about-
unrelated.
They're completely unrelated, but also thinking about them makes me feel very 2000s.
It's one of the two. I know he likes
It's
both.
Oddscore.
Yeah.
It's extremely fucking aughts-core.
He also really likes Bryan Adams.
God.
Oh no! Okay, granted, there are actually one or two Bryan Adams songs from later in his
Aren't
career
they
that
both
are
Christian
decent.
bands? I don't actually know. I don't really know very much about
Skillet's
either group.
considered Christian rock, but
Yeah, Skillet are like
And it's one of those. They're one of those groups like Footloose, right? Where it's like
Christian new metal.
well, like they're considered that, but they're not really like explicit about it. So it's like
They're not super explicit, but it's there, and it's like
also they have a song that just is explicitly calling for revolution. So
I mean,
Still a bit
that's
confused
great
about
and all,
that.
but that doesn't necessarily.
I
Like,
know
you can
I'm
have,
still a bit confused. It's very vague though. See,
yeah, but
it's
see,
like
you can-
everybody
okay,
rise up and
I'm gonna
stop
say
the
this
oppressors,
is
but
like
that can work for
you
anyone.
you can have decent opinions and still be bad.
Also, like evangelicals can believe that they're the oppressed ones. So
That
like,
is also absolutely true.
I mean, there
And
is overlap. Like, occasionally on my worst
Also-
days, find myself on like r/liberation theology.
Oh yeah, I mean there are like Christian anarchists and Christian socialists are totally a thing. People
They
forget
are, and
I know Catholic fucking Cathcoms,
like
and
it's
Yeah,
a
it's
thing,
like-
some
it's
of
and
them
actually-
scare me.
I
that. Like Tolstoy was an
don't care for them for various other reasons that don't have
I think there's a lot of things that you can't.
explicitly anything to do with their political stuff. Just I don't know.
I mean, Catholicism is rotten to the core. Sorry, that's not a good thing to talk about on the show.
No, it's
Ugh.
not. So I just say
I'm not
But-
even gonna touch any
It's
of this.
I like music sometimes.
That's good.
me when I like
Liking music is good.
I keep trying to find interesting revolutionary music, and then all of them are problematic in some way.
I feel like with music is that like I don't know, with art in general is like
I literally go through long
Uh,
periods where I just like don't listen to
Well,
much music at
there-
all
there
because
was-
I get so fucking fed up with
There
stuff.
was one
so-
song I was listening to, and I'm like, yeah, I like this. I agree with this. This is great. Yeah, great leftist politics. And then he's like the thermite in the towers. I'm like, what? Excuse me?
yeah,
This
that
is known as
yeah.
the Nas problem.
Just Jadakiss is why. Just
I agree
throwing
with all
that
of
in.
your politics, except suddenly you are a 9/11 truther. Sure, okay.
Yeah, it's like, oh man, just like, I don't know, is like, and then of course on the other end of the spectrum is like, you know, this music is really great. Oh, they're like thinly veiled, possibly. This is depressing.
Possibly what?
Fascists.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like that
you
is
know.
about half of neo.
I mean, like, I don't run into that so much because of what I listen to, but you do run into a lot of, oh, it turns out this person is like a rapist. Or at least some kind of sex abuser.
That might actually, in some ways, be like not exactly worse, but it's at least on par.
Yeah, I think you run into that and homophobia.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, oh that's always terrible. What's weird is when, like, with neofolk, is that you get gay fascists.
yeah, that's
Uh.
a thing that
That is a
exists,
thing.
And maybe we should go back to talking about anime.
Yeah, really. But like, it's
This,
just yeah.
this
it's
always
like,
happens.
I don't know. It's just like I generally with music is like if I find, you know, what they believe particularly disagreeable, I will not buy their album, and that's
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
Wild.
that's the thing.
that.
Piracy
But
is a great
and also
tool.
I think that, you know, even people who I generally deeply disagree with on a lot of things can have resonant music that makes good points or has a good underlying feel to it that I respect. So, good like that.
You turned into a robot there.
Yeah.
Oh, just saying that, like,
Still robot.
can you understand me now?
Nope, not really.
I'm just. Oh yeah, I
Hell.
think it's the server because this voice connected is now red for me.
Great.
So
Okay, well, I will try. It might be on my end then, so I will try disconnecting and calling you guys back.
we can also try changing the region, but
That never works. I will
It
try
will
calling you
sometime.
guys back. Do 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 do.
leave the call for that to work.
Do 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 do.
Do we have to leave the call for it to reset?
I don't know, but
Because the call was still going. Oh wait, it says it's all green now.
yeah, I think we're okay now.
We're up to 36. Well, that might be because you turned off the screen share.
Oh, that's a good point. But we're like almost done. I guess I can turn it
All
back
I was
on.
saying was, like, that even if I deeply disagree with, somebody's views generally...
I did hear that before you turned it
was
over.
basically, like, I think that you can still make resonant points and music and...
yeah.
I mean, it depends
have good
where
stuff
the
in there.
point is.
Like,
Like,
yeah.
there is a point where you have to...
Like...
There's a point where I'll be like, absolutely not.
I mean, yeah, there are...
I feel like
some
the line is kind of different for everybody.
Yeah,
like,
it's gonna
I
be different for
fucking
everyone.
actually cannot listen to Bus Driver anymore, which sucks because I like this music. Same thing with Cool AD. Like, I just don't...
Oh, jeez, yeah,
It's like a thing where I just don't want the person in my ears. And
that is totally understandable.
It's not even directly related to what they've done necessarily. It's just like...
yeah.
Yeah, you just, like, kind of feel gross. I don't know how...
Yeah, I totally understand that. Like, the funny thing is, like, I can feel that while simultaneously being someone who really liked early Burzum. And that guy is fucking... Ugh.
Yeah, like, I won't pretend otherwise. I kind of don't know how you do that.
It's
Other than...
partly because, like, the music itself, like, even the lyrics, rarely have to do with the parts of his views that are... or anything else about him.
I mean, I guess,
but that's also
like,
why it's really hard to listen to his later music.
I guess, but, like, I mean,
Mm.
I don't know, going back to the example I used a minute ago, like, most of Bus Driver's music is not about that kind of thing.
True.
And it's
So
just...
what's wrong with Bus Driver?
He has been accused by multiple people of sexual assault, and, like, the allegations hold enough weight that I at least believe the victims.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
nothing... He was never actually charged with anything, because there was some kind of, like, out of court whatever.
Yeah,
but
it's unsettling.
It's
like, it is not merely that it's a rumor or something. It's out and out. There is some shady, creepy shit going on.
Yeah. And when
and
your
it's really uncomfortable.
When your whole thing, and this is kind of inherently part of the selling point with, like, any underground rapper, when your whole thing is like, oh, I'm the alternative to all the bullshit in the mainstream music industry, that's, like,
bad.
That's not, and evidently, no, you're not. Like, it, you know, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, the new Sakura Wars game is a fucking action game?
Okay.
What?
A hack and slash mecha game now?
Huh.
That is a series that previously was a strategy RPG with dating sim elements.
That's interesting. That's
And
a
the,
change.
like, rebooted version now that's being worked on is straight up an action game.
That pivot made me so happy, thank you.
So I don't know.
I'm
I've
sorry
seen the
about
action
that,
stuff.
everybody.
There could still
That's not your
be-
fault, Jane. It's just heavy shit, man.
Yeah.
There could still be dating sim elements in it. I don't know.
I would love... Oh my god.
A
just
hack and
like-
slash game where there's also dating sim elements would be
Yes!
maybe the funniest
Yes!
thing ever.
Yes, that would be so fucking good. Just so... I want this. I want this now. I want a hack and slash dating sim.
I want
See,
to rule the world.
I think that would be too much responsibility and it would get kind of depressing really quickly.
You know, that's a good thing. Look.
Like...
Sometimes
yeah.
I just say things, okay? As we've
If
established.
you want to rule the world, you've got to kill me. You're gonna have to kill me
Alright, well,
if you want
the song
to
that I
rule the
had stuck in my
world.
head was Viva La Vida by Coldplay, but whatever that was worked too.
That's a song by Captain Ahab. Who are...
Okay.
One of the guys from Captain Ahab is now 1/3 of Clipping.
Okay,
Huh.
so apparently the daily living and relationship building stuff is still in it.
Oh, that's so good.
11 out of 10 game
Even
design.
though it's an action game now.
That's so good. It makes me so happy.
That's
I love
the
this.
actual best. I love it.
That's the T, sis.
And yeah, out of the gate, they're going to be releasing this in the US.
That's cool.
Oh,
So,
man.
Shit, maybe I should look
Gay
into
dating
buying
hack and
this.
slash.
Can you
Gay
be
dating hack and slash.
Okay,
WLW? That's
And I-
important.
unfortunately, it won't be that perfect, but...
It won't be that perfect, but we can dream.
Can you
Gay
guys hear me
dating hack and
okay,
slash.
or am I
Gay
just
dating hack and
being...
slash.
I can hear you
Sorry.
okay.
I can hear you fine. I'm just...
I was trying to
I'm
ask
just
what you were
hyped.
saying.
I said, can you be WLW? Because that makes it, like, a very easy sell.
Yeah, I don't think you can be.
F.
I'm not
Aw.
totally sure, but...
Well, I'll look into it later.
But like, just we need more pansexual dating in action games. I want this. I'm not even somebody who does a lot of gaming, but I want this.
Yeah, you're...
I think...
Yeah, there's one specific player character.
Boo.
Alas.
Well, I don't know. Is that better or worse than if they allowed you to make your own character and then didn't let you be gay? That's a philosophical question that we're not going to answer on this stream. We leave that as an exercise to the viewers.
Indeed.
So there's also, like, images of the main character with, like... Okay, so I found one of the pictures of, like, the relationship building stuff, what it looks like.
Are we talking like an old school Tokameki memorial kind of thing?
Look.
I'm playing a game when...
Oh, well, try make it look. It's a fucking, like, dialogue option from, like, Mass Effect or something.
Excellent.
Oh my.
Shit.
Oh my. Okay. She's kind of cute.
Alright, let me tab over and see what we got going on here. Wow, that's... Huh. That visual style doesn't entirely work in 3 dimensions.
Yeah, it doesn't, but it's fine. It's, like, not awful.
No,
it
it's
just doesn't quite work.
It's a little bit unusual in a not
Yeah,
terrific
it becomes
way.
a little awkward.
But, you know. Also, wow, this is the second time we've actually talked about gaming on my gaming stream. I think that's a new record. Twice in one show.
Oh no. You know what would be the best thing? Dating-oriented first-person shooter.
I'm not gonna think about how that would work.
And you date the guns.
You take the shit.
Yes, the guns. The guns have little bows on them.
The AK-47
Like,
is a
yeah.
Sundara.
Like
So,
there
yes,
are,
it's
yeah, there aren't,
AK-47 is tsundere.
there aren't even, like, personifications of them, like, in Girls Frontline.
No, it's just the
a
guns.
gun.
With, like, bows
Literally
on their
guns.
heads.
Yeah, you just literally... It's sort of like Sunder Plane from Undertale.
Fuck, what
Who
the
is
fuck?
literally just... I can't
What
remember which
was-
Toho.
What was that game that was a dating sim, but all the characters were pigeons?
Oh yeah, Hatoful Boyfriend.
Hatoful
Hatoful
Boyfriend.
is...
That game
There's a
existed.
sequel to that.
Why?
I really want to
There's a
play
sequel out.
Hatoful Boyfriend. It looks really good.
There's this really dark subplot that can happen.
Yeah, I've
It's
heard.
really funny.
Oh, also there's the skeleton dating sim where you level up by playing Snake.
Huh.
Playing what?
Snake.
Snake.
Oh. I mean, I could go for a good game of Snake, so...
Win?
What?
For this, you will be returned to the
That
earth.
wasn't a euphemism.
I don't
I
I
believe
mean, it
you.
sounded
Snake.
like one.
It's a fun classic game, James.
It
I
is a
don't
fun
believe
classic
you
game.
that it wasn't a euphemism.
It wasn't a euphemism for what
I don't think it was a euphemism, it's just that Wynn accidentally said it in a way that felt like it was a
I don't think it's a euphemism, it's just me saying it.
Like... I'm sorry, Wynn, but you accidentally...
Well, I could go
triggered
for a good
the-
game of Snake right now, if you know what I mean.
I mean, I sympathize with that.
That has to be on the upper end of video game titles you can use as a sexual euphemism.
Yeah.
There's not, like, it's all downhill from there. Dig
no,
Dug? That's not a thing.
No, oh god, I'm trying to think of another one that's, like, equally questionable.
So, somebody was playing a game and talking about the character they had. And they said, I never bought matching bottoms for the top she has. And I only said I'd be her matching bottom. So...
Oh my.
That's...
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Wow.
I need to get a soundboard.
Yeah, just like...
Actually, there's almost
We are
certainly
your
like
soundboard.
there's almost certainly like an app I could get for that on my phone if I really wanted to.
Just like... Oh no, there
Toronto!
At some point, you'd have to trigger, you know, damn son, where'd you find this? With air horn.
Did you know that the guy who made that clip sued the people that uploaded it to or like included it as part of whatever effects package because they didn't pay him?
No.
And I think he won the suit.
Wow.
At least assuming I'm thinking of the right thing, which I think I am.
You know, somebody should, like, create an entire breakbeat that is composed of pitched up and down and otherwise distorted, like, drums entirely made up of clips taken out of Damn Son, Where'd You Find This?
That wouldn't be a breakbeat anymore.
Well, no, it would but it would be programmed in such a way that it would create, like, a drum sound, and then you cut it up like a breakbeat. Like, imitate the amen break entirely with samples of Damn Son, Where'd You Find This?
Jane, let the visionary speak.
I think this might be too future. We need to put this one back in the vault for another 10 years and come back to it in 2029.
In 2029, I will be hailed as the god of Damn Son Break.
Damn Son
Or no,
Break.
Damn Son Core. Damn Core. No, Damn Core. That.
Destroy the core.
It's like Flash Core, except mixed with trap.
You made that up.
No, Flash Core is actually a thing.
You
it's
made
like
that up.
It is a subgenre of, well, sort of a crossover subgenre of IDM and breakcore that is specifically heavily associated with this one DJ known as La Peste.
I could just say a random word in core and it would be a type of music.
Probably would.
Is stinkcore a type of music?
What core?
Stinkcore.
I don't believe so, but I'm sure
Not yet.
Come up with it. Not yet. That's actually the best.
I think by naming it, you've caused it to exist.
Yeah, it's sort of like Rule 34.
It's sort of like an ancient parable. Do not name anything you do not wish to become.
Stinkcore hashtag on Twitter. I don't know what that is.
I agree, Sorrow genres. Well, okay, actually, I think they have meaning within very particular contexts, but frequently they are just. It's sort of like the whole problem of nihilism.
Are you Cool Wave or Fungus Scene?
I am Fungus Scene. Thank you very much, bitch.
Don't call me that.
I've seen one person. I found one person that 4 years ago was attempting to push Stinkcore.
So the answer is yes.
They had a self-titled LP called Durian.
Oh man! I need to
Also,
look this
it's
up.
Durian written as an acronym.
Oh, that is so good.
That's so awful. I hate it.
Well, there's a post that says that their album is dropping soon, but I don't see the album anywhere.
Stinkcore, what kind of music is it?
I don't
Like, how do they describe themselves?
Why? There's a song on it called Bill Cosby Durian.
Oh no.
Oh
Oh,
no!
no.
Wait, no, this is just a... I don't know if this is real. I don't know if they actually made this album. Or if this is just a picture
What do
they
you
drew.
mean you don't know if it's real?
I mean, I don't know if this album actually exists.
It could be a meme.
Do you know how existentially troubling that idea is, that there could be fake music?
There's a lot of fake music, actually.
But yeah, because this is an artist. They're not... Oh,
So what, it's like
So-
a mock-up?
Okay. That's still the fact that somebody has come up with it, even for a joke. It's like, okay, come up with another word and we'll see
Unit
where
core.
we can go with this. What?
Unit core. It's all about absolute units.
absolutely.
Give it 5 years, it will already be passé.
Guncore.
That one's gotta be a
Yeah.
thing, right?
That some form of that
Yeah.
has to be a thing. If
Crank
only
core.
because sampling what core?
Crankcore.
Frank.
Isn't there a movie called that?
Well, there's a movie called Crank.
Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
Well, now I'm looking. Well, Crunkcore is what Google is trying
Broken
to recommend me. is
Broken
Crunkcore.
side.
No, we don't talk about them anymore. Not since the incident.
They released an album recently.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Treadney, listen to me. No, they didn't.
We're going to.
Ooh.
Is this one of the things we're going to stuff down the memory hole, Jane?
It's one
Okay,
of the
is that a
things.
euphemism?
That is a term. It's a term. Is like to throw something down the memory hole.
That is a euphemism, just not a sexual one.
Yeah,
That
it
word
means
doesn't
pretend
do
that
that.
something never happened.
Yes. Ugh.
I'm dying, Squirtle.
My eyes are starting to hurt, so whenever I end up dying here, we're probably gonna end the stream there.
Icore.
iCore. That's probably the name of
EYE.
some
Wait, that-
failed Apple
That,
product, right?
yeah, but that sounds like ICOR, I just realized. Icore.
Ichor.
Is
Well,
that pronounced Icore or Icore? I don't know.
ICHOR. That's pronounced Ichor. Oh, did you? Oh no, did
No,
you?
that's actually how you get to this place.
Oh, you have to jump in the hole intentionally
Yes.
this time.
I don't think I've ever beaten this stage, or if I have, only a few times. No, that's not true, because there's like...
Ichor.
This is the way that you get to the graveyard, I think. Never mind.
Ichor actually sounds like it would be the title of an EP by a breakcore project. Like, not even fronting.
Nottingham fronting?
No, I said not even
Nottingham fronting?
Nottingham.
Nottingham front. No, that would be like a hauntology project.
Nottingham fronting?
Nottingham
Exactly.
Fronting.
I think I'm getting
Nottingham
tired.
fronting.
Nottingham Fronting.
Nottingham
Yeah,
fronting.
Nottingham fronting, and their new album. You know, the smooth sound of Nottingham fronting.
Dying Squirtle.
I'm dying. Squirrel.
Dying Squirtle's new album.
dying Squirtle.
Death by 1,000 cuts.
I'm
With
dying
water pick.
Squirtle conveys such a specific energy.
It
And
kinda
it's
does,
really
doesn't
strange because it's not a combination of words that makes
I said it to my mom today.
much, if any, literal sense. Why'd you do that?
I said I'm dying Squirtle to my mom, and I
But why?
don't know why. Because I didn't feel well.
Confuse your poor
And I
mother.
just said, I'm dying Squirtle. And I'm like, you wouldn't understand. I said you wouldn't understand the thing from the internet.
Oh.
And then she said it. And then
Always
she said,
Badoo.
No. And then she said, oh, is it like they killed Kenny? And then I really did die, Squirtle.
Is it like they killed Kenny?
I mean, she's kinda right.
Is she?
Like, but that's like from like 20 years ago or some shit.
And it lasted a long time.
I
It
think
showed
South
an
Park is still
entire
running,
generation.
isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Because
Fuck.
every
Fuck.
like
Shit.
bad
Ass.
adult sitcom is cursed to run for 10,000 seasons.
But
True point. Jeez, like the fact that Family Guy still exists boggles my mind.
they've tried to cancel it like 4 times.
Yeah,
Wow.
Stick.
Really? It just won't die?
it's popular somehow. I don't
It just
know.
won't. Yeah,
He's our
apparently,
Family Guy.
Yeah,
Like,
I've heard that.
it's one of those things where it must just be like opinion myopia. Like, I don't know anybody who watches Family Guy.
Apparently, Family Guy
but
gifs
people
are a
must.
thing on like normal straight people Twitter.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's.
Yeah, but
like,
that doesn't necessarily mean
You know
that people
who
are watching
your friend
the show.
group is, and the people we hang around. Like,
Yes.
Like no, like actually, I recall actually Millie pointing
But-
this out is like
But like,
actually
the thing
going
is,
like
watching
seeing
Family Guy is counter-revolutionary. So.
like
The thing-
seeing straight white people Twitter was deeply traumatizing,
but like,
and there were so many Family Guy gifs.
the thing is, like, there's been other shows like that since then. It's like
Yeah.
Bob's Burgers and stuff. Like, it's not like there's not other.
Those aren't shows
options.
like that. Those are
They're
shows that realize you can be
they're
air
adult.
quote adult without being,
They're adult sitcoms and are animated.
but they're not. But they're not like
I think they are working in the same broad genre space, just not. Like,
they
the
are,
same
but they're
style.
still. Yeah.
They're just not as horror. Well, some of them are as horrifyingly bad or worse, and others are not.
It's
Others
just.
are better.
I
like,
hate
it's
how
just-
much I like Rick and Morty, and then if I went back and watched it, I'd still probably like Rick and Morty.
You know what? That's fine.
Richard and Mortimer.
Like,
But
you know,
that is definitely one of the things where the internet reaction to it kind of.
yeah, but that's because fans of certain things are just destined to suck.
Yeah.
Like,
Also, I hate that I still find calling it Richard and Mortimer so funny. It's just.
We know you have the sense of humor of Northern Lion. It's okay.
It's just. It's just what their long forms of their names are.
yeah, it feels like you should be
Yes, Richard
wearing,
and
like,
Mortimer.
you know, like, or somebody involved when you're saying that should be wearing, like, an ascot and a top hat. Say that.
A top Scot and an ass hat.
No, that's the kind of people who are already into Rick and Morty.
Thank you, stay hydrated.
Did
Bob.
Did I tell you about that time where, because the elevator wasn't working right, we had to go. I had to like do my like. I had to see my therapist in like a different part of the building,
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
and I was like, I think this is really spooky, maybe haunted, and she straight up said, "Oh, it was being used as a Republican campaign office." So
Dark energies.
You know what? You actually did tell me about that once, and I think I forgot. But now I've remembered, which is good, because it's funny. Where the fuck do I go?
Up.
No.
You know, I was just a while ago reading about, like, the, this, like, how there was, like, this whole, very ardent, sort of, back and forth during the election where Woodrow Wilson and Theodore Roosevelt were running against each other about
Shredney,
different Yeah?
I'm sorry to interrupt you, but when you started saying the election, I thought you meant like the 2016 election.
Oh,
and
no.
my brain had
a connection?
The worst case of whiplash when you were like, oh yeah, Woodrow Wilson and Theodore Roosevelt. Like, I just...
I was talking like the 1912 election.
Basically died internally for a few minutes.
Yeah, I understand, but I revived you with the 1912 election.
Woodrow Wilson 2020.
But I just been thinking of like how, like, the way that they, like, there was this big sort of argument within the progressive movement of the time about like some really salient economic issues, and I think I don't know, it's like weird how like modern politics feel like they've really regressed in terms of, and despite the fact that there were really dumb, shitty arguments, of course, back then, and a lot of were infinitely worse than they are now, it still feels like their level of political discourse has kind of devolved.
If I'm elected, I promise to rid the copper mines of vampire dens.
Okay, that's
once
pretty
again
chill.
Play in the copper mines.
That ad is the funniest thing on earth.
It is incredible. Shredney, have you seen it?
No, I have not.
So, Mommy, why can't I play in the copper mines?
Oh no.
I think it's Arizona is the only state in the United States that state mine inspector is an elected position. And
oh no.
this guy ran an ad. He's like, Mommy, why can't I play in the copper mines? Because Mine Inspector Bill Dogan, or whoever the fuck, didn't clear out the vampire dens.
Oh my god.
And it's write in Joe Fuckum as state mine inspector candidate. And you think that it's just nonsense, and then you remember that a vampire is a kind of bat.
Oh. But at the same time, that's kind of sucks for the bat.
I mean, yes, but
clearing
why?
out vampire den
Why?
from the copper
Why
mine.
does that? Why, like, the completely just incredibly ridiculous idea that children should play in abandoned copper
Shredney,
mines.
I'm dropping it in the chat.
Oh my. I'll watch it after this.
No,
it's just
a picture.
It's just a picture. It's a.
Oh, okay. Oh. Because Joe Hart didn't clear out the vampire den. Vote Ian Kobe for Mine Inspector, right in Canada. Holy shit. I feel
feel
enlightened now.
I love playing Skyrim.
There's two possibilities. One is that he knew what he was doing and was banking on it being a joke. The other is that this man is so old and so Republican that he forgot that vampires are also a fictional creature.
You don't even have to be Republican to just be old and awkward.
I mean, I don't want to engage in stereotyping, but I feel like even elderly Democrats remember that vampires exist in fiction, of course.
But I think even elderly Republicans know that vampires are a thing.
I don't know about
Well,
that.
yeah, because a good number of them probably are vampires.
Look, that's giving them
Look,
way
I
too
mean,
much credit
they
and
are
making them
parasites
way...
on society.
That's making them
Suck
way
that
too
blood.
cool, Win.
that is giving that is stereotyping Mitch McConnell way too cruelly. He's clearly a zombie.
No, he's a turtle. We've established this.
He's a what?
A turtle.
No, that's cruel to turtles. He's...
Is he a kappa?
Oh no!
He is a constant bug up the ass of America. It would explain something.
And he steals people's soul through being a bug up their ass.
I don't want to think about Mitch McConnell shoving his hand up my ass. I'll be real with you.
I mean...
He's
Yeah.
now been banned from Twitch.
No, that's if show it.
When's this run gonna end?
I don't know.
Hey, monster. Be good.
I'm like mostly going off of muscle memory at this point, honestly.
It's impressive how far you've gone just through pure muscle memory.
Yeah, like, I didn't think I was going to do very well today, because I haven't played this game in months. But apparently, actually, you are a beast at this. Somehow. vampire discrimination. It's true.
Vampire discrimination.
Also the name of an
Terrible.
album somewhere by somebody, I'm sure.
Oh god. If it isn't, somebody needs to make it.
Whoa.
Living on a
Halfway
prayer.
there. Whoa.
Ah, John Bon Jovi.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm kinda just gonna throw it at the concierge.
Okay.
Wait.
It's like... I'm not... We're already, like, 10 minutes overtime, and I don't feel like...
You're too good at this game, what the fuck?
I'm not even doing anything, like, deliberately. I'm just, like, barely... Okay, there we go.
And that's... And that angers me, considering where I constantly die in this game.
Yeah, you know. Okay. Woo. Oh no, I've lost.
Damage times 2.
I don't know what that means, actually.
The prison is...
Oh no! You're
Yeah,
losing
sorry.
means that we now have to forfeit our Christian Minecraft server.
What? What?
We have to give it over to the mole people now.
Goodbye,
I don't know
everybody.
what I'm even saying.
We will be back next week, and hopefully back at full power with Trey regaling us about his times in the Caribbean.
But sadly without our Christian Minecraft server.
What are you fucking talking about?
I don't know.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.